Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pastor Grave. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy. Gang! What is going on, everybody? Happy Gravy Day. It's Past the Gravy episode 571, and we are back at full strength again with Alex, Pat, and Bobby jokes. Happy Gravy Day, fellas. Good to see you.
Happy Gravy Day, Daddy.
Don't call me that.
Hi, Daddy.
Don't call me that. I don't like that.
No, that's just...
It makes me
I'm going to
feel
tell people from now on, your nickname now for me is Daddy.
People have called me baby daddy too. Like, oh, hey, baby daddy. Like, it feels like you're calling. It's weird. It makes you feel uncomfortable.
We're married. You can say just dad. Dad is fine.
Yeah. Well, Emma doesn't call me that. It's just like coworkers and stuff. And you're like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just saying that's what you tell them. Yeah. No, you don't become dad and mom until like the kid is like speaking and stuff. And you have to, because you can't just be like, do you want something from Emma? And your daughter's gonna be like, who the hell's Emma? Get mommy. Shut up, Dad.
We're gonna go with Madre. Madre and Papa.
And then when I come over, she'll be like, why is he calling you Daddy?
He's a weirdo. We stay away from him.
Uncle Pat's fun. Just don't listen to him.
But yeah. That's where I've been the last week. I hope you guys enjoyed.
How's it being a daddy?
How's being a dad? It's not bad, dude. Like, everybody fear mongers the whole 9 months up to being a parent. Everybody just wants to tell you, like, oh, just get ready for it. Your life's gonna be worse than it's ever been. It's gonna suck. I hope you get all your sleep in. Things are about to change. And they just try and tell you how like terrible it's gonna be. Being a parent's the easiest job in the fucking world. Like, I don't understand how people have had so much trouble with it. Maybe you're just a fucking idiot or a bad parent. Maybe I'm just the best parent on earth. I don't know. It's been 2 weeks, but like, babies cry for 6 reasons. You figure out the reason. It's like a puzzle. Fun little puzzle you have to figure out. Are they hungry? Are they gassy, or do they need to be burped? Are they tired? Like, do they just feel uncomfortable? Like, I don't know. Do they want to be held? There's all those reasons. Maybe they got to change their diaper. I don't know. There's 6 reasons that a baby is crying, and your goal is to just like, okay, hold you, not that. Change the diaper, not that. Okay, feed you, cool. Very easy to do. Everybody makes it seem like it's the worst thing in the world and that it fucking sucks. It's awesome. Your kid fucking loves you. So your kid's shitting and it's just like, ha, smiling at you. It's like, all right, I fucking love you, buddy. Thanks. Good shits. Like, you get over changing shit diapers for like after like 2-3 times. But being a parent is literally the easiest job in the world. If you think that being a parent is hard, you either suck at it or you should have made better kids. Because my kid's either awesome or I just have this whole parenting thing figured out. But like 2 weeks in, easiest job in the world.
Maybe all this time for the last like 15 years ago, we've been saying how people are just raising shitty kids because they coddle them. And the kid is shitty. Like, maybe that's it. Maybe they just had a shitty kid. And so it's not really the parents being shitty. It's they're having shitty kids.
That's probably what it is, dude. It probably is, because like,
just stop having shitty kids. Just have good kids.
Yeah. Or just be better at parenting. I don't know. It's probably a combination of the two, but like, it is pretty easy. It's pretty fucking easy.
Like, I saw the picture you put out the other day. You're playing video games. Okay, you put the kid in the little seat between you and the TV. That way you can see him. Easy.
Guess what happens? She cries. I'm like, hang on. And then you hold her with you. You figure out why she's crying, and she stops. And then you put her back down there. She goes to sleep, and I play video games again. Super easy.
Simple.
She kind of does. She doesn't argue over what you watch on TV. I've already shown her a bunch of Giants highlights. She seems pretty chill with it. We watched Caitlin Clark the other night. She's crushing it. But yeah, I'm also not going to be the person that becomes like my being a dad is not going to be my personality. So like, I don't really want to talk about it too much more, but I've always hated people that are like, I've had my first kid, so this is how being a parent works. This is how, like, this is 100% what I am now. It's like, no, that's just a part of me. I still gamble and watch sports all the time. I'm just going to incorporate my kid in that.
It's
Make
good to know
them
that
do
you're
the
keeping a
things you
level
like
head,
to do.
Daddy.
Don't call me that. How have you guys been? What have y'all been up to? Y'all had a week off?
Yeah, man. I
Sorta.
was watching my buddy's house for a while, and I've just been fucking chilling, man. I haven't really done a whole lot, really. Just been hanging. I've been drinking a bunch. That was fun.
That's fun.
That was a lot of fun. But then the other night, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna finish what's left of this bottle tonight, so that the rest of this week I don't have anything in my house. I'm like, because I do. Tuesday morning was really rough. It was. I stayed up way too late on Monday, partially finishing that bottle, but also I was like, I just need to get this out of the house. I had a good like 10-day stretch going on there.
Yeah, we were like, all right, we just need a little break. I need
I just
to
have a little fun.
change it up a little bit.
And you realize, you're like, it's like the 4th day in a row. I've got a headache around 6:00. You got too much booze in your system all the time, man. Back it off. Okay.
Or you just feel a little bit more like slightly more tired each day. You're waking up and you're like, all right, I just need
Really,
to stick to waters today.
what it is for me is, and it's a combo of like all the alcohol in the system and then also not sleeping enough. It's when I have a day where I'm like borderline criminally horny. I'm like, okay, your endorphin levels have been way too fluctuating. Let's take a couple days off from the booze. Sure enough, works every fucking time. Trust me, by Friday night, I'll be ripping it up again. But yeah, Tuesday morning, it was I could have been thrown in jail for how horny I was. Thank God it was slow at work and I didn't do anything inappropriate.
There you go. There you go.
Ma'am, it's not on the menu, but would you like some sausage?
That may have got you in a little bit of trouble.
Just saying. But I know my body well enough now.
You do work at a restaurant. You're a food guy. And I feel like I have a food take that I don't know if it's going to be received well or not. Because I think that this is a very good food take that nobody's talking about. But my wife could not eat deli meat because she was pregnant, so that was part of her thing. And one of her big things she wanted the whole time was deli meat. So my mom was like, well, what do you want? What's something you've been craving? And she's like, can you make those little pinwheel sandwiches? Those little pin, like, you cut up the little burrito, you slice it up. It's like a sushi sandwich, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom made some awesome pinwheel sandwiches. I think pinwheel sandwiches are in the elite sandwich category. Are they not? Because you can eat them like chips. Like, it is a sandwich, but it's chopped up. So you just eat 12 of them and you're like, okay, I'll just have one more. Just have one more. Just have one more. And it's like a bag of chips, but then you just ate 6 sandwiches.
They're absolutely elite. They're one of the best like party foods there is.
Yes.
Because you're like, yeah, I am making sandwich. It's pinwheel sandwich. And by the way, the only downside of them is, why are they so expensive at the grocery store? It's like a plate of them will be like $18, $19 at the grocery store. Like, this costs you 48 cents to make this entire thing.
I don't think I've ever had a pinwheel sandwich. I'm looking at.
You know what they are?
Yeah, I looked at pictures.
You've never like been to like a well, granted, I mean, I guess it is a kind of white party thing to do.
Yeah, it's pretty white now that I think about that.
Because like the pinwheel sandwiches, they don't even have like mustard or mayo or anything on them. There's no sort of sauce, and you don't really dip them. So it is a sauceless sandwich, which is pretty fucking white.
My mom has been throwing ranch on the ones she made. Kind of
homemade ones, of course you can.
Yeah, it's got a little ham, a little turkey, a little lettuce, a little tomato around it. Just it's a brilliant idea. Like, what if we just made a sandwich but just chopped it up into way smaller sandwiches and just served it to everybody? And it would be like if we just cut peanut butter and jellies into fourths but made 12 of them.
Next time you're at some sort of work function that has food, Robert, you got to scope out the pinwheels and you got to try one. They're great. It's quick. It's easy. That's what is great about sandwiches, is they're handheld. You can eat them on the go if you have to. This is just a miniaturized version of that, where you can literally just pick it up and pop it. You don't even need to get a plate or nothing.
Have you ever had an Uncrustable?
No.
Are you aware of what those are?
Just the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, aren't they?
Well, they have different kinds now, but yes, originally it was just peanut butter and jellies from I think Smucker's. No free ads here. Bleep that out, please. But you would just buy them, you throw them in the freezer, and then when you get high, you would just be like, "Tight, 4 of them gone," and they were very expensive, like pinwheel sandwiches. But like, I don't know, something about a sandwich that is normally a full slice of bread that's just sort of rounded, and it's like it's a smaller sandwich, but it's not that much smaller. So I feel like I can eat more, and you shouldn't probably eat more than you would with a regular sandwich. But like, you eat 4 of those, and you're like, this is great. I'm full now. And that is the thing with the pinwheel sandwich, because they're delicious. No matter really what you put in them, you just sit in front of the TV, and then, oh shit, this is all gone. I didn't eat one sandwich. I ate the equivalent of probably 6, but I did that in one sitting while I was watching one episode of TV. It's great. But they belong with like BLT sandwiches, like the French dip sandwiches, all like Reuben sandwiches. I think the pinwheel sandwich is right up there. If we were tiering sandwiches, which maybe I put that together this week. Maybe I put that at I would put it right up there with the elite status.
I think it's going to be at the bottom, like near the bottom of the elites, though, because when you start competing with a full hot sandwich, it's really hard to compete with that. But
that's why
great.
I'm saying that's what I think is the beauty of them. Like they are
a BLT
less than a BLT, but it's like they are to me, same category.
Life hack: what I've been doing when I make BLTs, I use basil instead of lettuce, bro. You feel so fancy, and it's delicious. It's just basil is the best leaf there is, edible anyway.
Yeah. Up there, but we'll do that for somebody give us power rankable
ranking leaves. Oh, that'd fucking love that. Also, you know what you should do, and maybe you wait a little bit until Elle is old enough to start eating peanut butter and jellies. You buy the Uncrustable mold.
Oh, you just clip it. Yeah.
But you say it's for her, but really it's for you to make and hold them in the freezer so you can eat them when you're high. Because also raise your kid to eat the crust. Don't be I don't eat the crust. Yeah. I always ate the crust. Crust is good. There's vitamins and shit in there.
When I was a kid, I didn't eat the crust, and I remember getting older. I didn't eat the crust on pizza either. And at some point, I was just like, "Why?" Probably when I was having to make my own food, and I was just like, "Wait, I've been throwing away like a quarter of a sandwich or a quarter of a piece of pizza the whole time."
I never understood why people don't like crust. Crust is good.
I'm an idiot.
I was more bread. I don't know if it was just like a texture because it was slightly stiffer than the bread itself. So what do you?
You're just like told that like that stuff's gross. Like when I was a kid, I remember some TV show I watched was like, I want a burger with nothing on it. And I thought it was gross to get a burger with stuff on it. And then when I had a burger with toppings and stuff on it, I was like, why did I go burger with nothing on it? What was I thinking? And it's just one of those realizations you have as a kid. You're just afraid of new shit. And then when you get older, you're like, no, add that. Put more of that on there.
Well, I mean, we've already established that you already had a cool kid, so you don't have to worry about that.
I do have a cool kid. Yeah, maybe that's just everybody else has shitty kids, including my parents. I was a shitty kid.
God, you're a dad now. Sorry, a daddy. I keep just looking at you. I was like, holy shit, that guy has a kid.
She hasn't even cried once. She's just fucking sleeping in the other room. It's great. I bet she won't cry this whole podcast.
Knock on wood, she's not there, is she?
She is there.
Oh, when you said that, I was like, you're tempting fate, or she's out with Emma somewhere.
No. Emma can't go anywhere. She can't go anywhere for like 2 weeks.
Are you ever chained to the bed or something?
She's in recovery. They were like, Mama can't drive for 2 weeks after giving birth. And I was like, okay. Guess what I'm doing for 3 hours a day? A podcast. I know where you'll be.
But yeah, I'm totally with you on pinwheels. God, now I want some pinwheels, dude.
I know. We should just have we should have some sort of passive grade party where it's just is like we class it up by having pinwheel sandwiches.
Have a pinwheel competition. Have people bring who can make the best pinwheels, and really all that is getting people to bring us pinwheels.
I bet Kobo would make some sick pinwheel sandwiches with like a little piece of brisket in it. Oh,
like fucking barbacoa pinwheel.
Definitely don't hit up Kobo's Q on Twitter and say, hey, you should make some barbecue pinwheel sandwiches.
Fucking
definitely don't do that.
Like raw onion barbacoa and like Oaxaca cheese.
Oh fuck yeah! All right,
Mexican pinwheels.
I'm really hungry. We can't talk about sandwiches the whole time. What we can't talk about is sharks. I think the last podcast we did together, we were talking about sharks being comeback kids because shark attacks were happening a lot. I saw that a lifeguard got attacked by a shark. And I mean, terrible thing that happened. Terrible thing that happened. But I think we have to ask the question, was the lifeguard that got attacked by a shark bad at his job?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. You got to be looking out for sharks. You can't have one sneak up on you.
Because I think like when you go on the planes, they're like, hey, look out for yourself first. Put your oxygen mask on before assisting others. He's got to look out for his own life first before looking out for other people's lives. And if he can't even look out for his own life, how can he look out for other people's life? You can't look out for my life if you're dead.
Hopefully he was saving somebody when he got bit. But if he was just like, I'm taking a dip for a minute, one, you're out of position. You got to be up in your little chair, always being vigilant. You can't just be taking a dip and get bit by a shark if you're supposed to be the one guard. Who's guarding now, huh? They had to call in somebody on their day off to then cover his shift, or you got to close down the beach.
Is empty. Beach is ruined. Oh, who got attacked by that shark? It was the fucking lifeguard. Well, goddamn it! Now whose life is guarded? Huh? We're all at risk.
Yeah, so if he wasn't actively saving someone when it happened, he's just bad at his job.
And even if he was saving somebody, like, didn't guard all the lives.
Well, he's a first responder. It's the one he's saving over himself.
True.
In that case.
I hope it wasn't like an 18-year-old, which is usually what lifeguards are.
I was going to say,
which, if you think about it, that's the worst job to give an 18-year-old. Like in high school, that was a big job.
An 18-year-old. 17, bad. 18, fine.
But that was like a big job for like high school kids when we were growing up. I did a lifeguard certification test and I passed it. And then I just was like, I don't want to do this. And I got another job that I wanted to do instead. So I didn't do it. But like, I shouldn't have been a lifeguard.
It's an easy job, but like you got to hang out in the heat all summer.
And maybe save somebody's life.
Yeah, and then maybe you have to jump in for some little kid whose parents aren't paying attention. Great.
Yeah.
Just tweet at little kids. Adult swim every 10 minutes when you're too hungover to watch. You need to close your eyes.
Or where I lived, they would go and they'd bang on the back of the slide and be like, Thunder! Thunder, everybody out of the pool! And then you'd have to go sit out of the pool for 30 minutes while they ordered pizza and got a break because it was cloudy outside. It's pretty brilliant. Looking back at it, that was a great way that high school kids were getting out of doing work. Innovative. I wouldn't want them to save my life, though. So they are bad at their job if a lifeguard gets attacked by a shark. You got to be aware. Got to be aware.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you guys bring for the Precome segment?
I had, for the first time since the French Revolution, the French citizens are doing something badass. So the
Olympics?
The Olympics are going to Paris. And part of it, to prove how clean they had gotten whatever fucking river that is in Paris, the President Macron and
I believe it's the Louvre.
Yes,
the Louvre River.
The Louvre River. President Macron and the mayor of Paris said, hey, to prove how clean we've gotten it, we're going to jump in the river to mark the beginning of the games. And when all the French citizens found out about this, they started organizing and decided what they're all going to do is before he jumps in, they're all going to collectively get like thousands of people and all of them are going to take a shit in the river. Just like hang over into the side and just all take shits in the river as a form of protest against their president that they fucking hate right now. I don't know why. I don't give a fuck about French politics. But they did that to the point where now the president has backed out and goes, oh, no, there's political ramifications. I'm not going to jump in the river. No, you're just being a little bitch that won't jump in there because everyone's going to take a shit. And the French police won't be able to stop them because they're the French police. What the fuck are they going to do?
If it was that bad, like if it was a political thing, you could still be like, well, I'll show you that the water is not that bad. Somebody go get me a glass.
Splash some water in your face.
I'll drink it. I'll drink this water. I'll take a sip.
I just hope all the French citizens still go shit in the river.
A turd floating in it. Like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Just pictures of 2,000 turds floating.
Are they going to do Olympic like swimming in that? Like, is there gonna be triathlons and shit going on in that river?
I don't think so. I think it was more of it was a kind of dirty river, and they decided since we're getting the Olympics, we're going to clean it up. I think it was that, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's some set in there. But the French people specifically want to do it to shit on their president, which I think is just not the way we say you got shit on. They wanted to literally shit on their president. And for a group of people that are known around the world for being so romantic and classy, it's very funny that they organized to just poop in an open body of water.
Every now and then, the internet just comes around and you're like, this is what the internet's for. Organizing a group shit. Hawk Tua brought us together for that, where it was like, ha! It's not political. It's not inflammatory. It's just, hey, who doesn't like a good dick sucking, huh? Who doesn't like a good dick sucking? We can get all behind that. I'm that guy that will like every single Hawk Tua meme. Every single one.
Everyone.
I'm a little sad that we were off last week, really, because we didn't get to talk about it as much.
My favorite was when they just blacked out part of the Tony Hawk 2 cover.
Yeah.
Hawk 2. That one art.
Group shit.
But so it was the second French Revolution, just involved everyone pooping in a river. And the other one I had is just
well, wouldn't you say that most rivers are dirty? Like in general? Like aren't most rivers known for being dirty? I think it was
like a pollution thing. And like trash and stuff like that.
Well, they just had the Olympics in Brazil. They just had the Olympics in Brazil, and like, isn't there like just plastic bottles? Like, there's like a island of plastic bottles floating around outside of Brazil, and they were like, "Yeah, we could swim in this shit."
Yeah, they just like made barriers
just
and moved it
out
of the
further.
way.
Push it out further.
I think there's higher standards for France than there is for Brazil, though.
Okay.
Plus, Brazil spent all of their money that they could have used to clean it up on bribing the Olympics to come there. So.
And Brazilian butt lifts.
And BBL. Well, that's where they get 80% of their taxes.
That's true. Yeah.
That's
why we pay for these Olympics. Every 4 years, we pay taxes so we can afford the Olympics.
Yeah.
What else did you bring in, buddy?
Oh, I forgot my other thing was Income Back Kit.
Oh,
I almost jumped the gun on that one.
Don't you dare do that.
What about Bobby? What do you and that new hat have for us?
Finally got to see an Astros win. Went to the Astros game last night. I had been to, I think this is my third game this season. Hadn't seen a win yet. I had a chance to go to the Ronel Blanco no-hitter, but I'm like, maybe some other time.
You didn't want to jinx it. And then you felt like you couldn't go after that, huh?
Yeah. And apparently, like in the ballpark app, I only went to 2 games last year. I thought I went to more, but even last year I didn't see a win. So it's been a while since I've seen a win in person. And I was thinking that it's me. I'm like, I'm not sure that I can ever go to games again, but it's the Rockies. So
I think they've lost. They've won all the games I've been to. I went to 2 Yankees games last year that they won, and then and then this year I went to a Twins game. So 4-0 my last 4.
Are you going to try and go this weekend or not? Since you got daddy responsibilities. The Yankees are coming this weekend, right?
No, they started the season here.
Oh shit, that's Red Sox. Never mind, it's Red Sox. I knew there was a big one coming up.
I will not be going to that either. Maybe I won't even watch it. Fuck the Yankees right now. We don't have to talk about them.
Good thing you didn't bring it up though, Bobby, because if you had told me the Astros were 0-4 over the last 2 years of you going to games, I would have been like, yeah, you're not
allowed.
Yeah. I was starting to feel that. I hadn't brought it up. I can't let anyone know this. I had to. The only time I can bring it up is once they win.
You get the win, which is good. You had to persevere. You got to support the boys.
But yeah, the Rockies are not a good team. But they're over there at 500, first time this season.
Back at it.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Boys are fighting through all the injuries. I saw the list on TV the other day of like when everyone's expected to come back. And I saw McCullers in August, and I got really I love McCullers. I don't think he'll stay healthy through the year.
No, he won't. He'll pitch 2 games. Tommy John again or whatever. Hasn't he had like 14 Tommy John surgeries?
I don't even know if he has an elbow anymore at this point.
He's missed more time than he's played. Correct.
It's like who would thought that when you throw that hellacious curveball that it could really affect your elbow. Who knew?
And sliders, right? He's also known for his like, because didn't he throw like 37 straight sliders against the Yankees? That fucking stupid game. That was the
It was
dumbest game in the world.
curveballs.
It was curveballs.
Was it curveballs? Fuck.
Mhm.
And I believe it was
I
20.
was like, we know what's coming. You know what's coming, guys.
That was
You know what's
26.
coming.
Maybe it's 26. 26 sounds right. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, but
Felt like a
also,
million. Felt like a
you
million.
can't, after like 15 of them, you got to be like, well, you have to sit on it. But also, if he throws a fastball and you're 4 seconds behind on the swing, you'll look like a jackass.
You just
So
bunt.
everyone's still
You just
waiting on
bunt at that
fastball.
point.
Yeah. That was beautiful. But yeah, Astros turning around. I'm pumped. It's part of a really good gambling stretch that I've had because I just keep betting the Astros and they're winning all the time right now. So that helped. That it makes you look like you're doing better
There you
than you
go.
are.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. So that's our pre-com segment, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right, let's move on to the Comeback Kid segment. Tell you guys what is back in the news according to us. This week's Comeback Kid segment brought to you by our very good friends at the Houston SaberCats. They are playing their final regular season game this weekend at SaberCats Stadium, back at home again, and they're playing our least favorite team in the whole motherfucking league, the Dallas Jackals. Fuck Dallas, dude. Boo. Everybody that knows anything about rugby knows that we hate the Dallas Jackals here on Pass Gravy, and they can fuck off. All right. The SaberCats are going to be the #1 seed in the playoffs, so maybe we rest some guys. You'd think we would rest guys, but we're not going to. We're going to just kick Dallas' ass. That's what we do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to treat Dallas like JFK was treated when he went to Dallas. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do that to the Jackals, all right? But the gates open at 6 for that 7 o'clock game. It's fan appreciation night, so they're going to be showing all the love they can to the fans. They have a post-match fireworks show, and you can meet the players out on the pitch afterwards. And if you go to HoustonSaberCats.com/tickets, use the promo code IHEART20, since this is an iHeart podcast, you're going to get 20% off your tickets at HoustonSaberCats.com/tickets, promo code IHEART20. It's the last regular season game of the year before they head into the playoffs. Go and support the boys before the games really start to matter. And if you can't make it out, they are airing the first ever local live broadcast on CW39 Houston if you want to catch it there. So if you can't make it out to the game, I think I'll be giving away some tickets too. So follow me on socials tomorrow if you'd like to win some tickets. But the SaberCats, give them a good roar. Give them a good roar. A good fuck Dallas roar. That was a good one.
You know what you
That was
should
a good
do?
one.
Have people like send you video submissions of their roar, and that's who gets the tickets. Best roars get the tickets.
Yeah.
No
I like
one would
that.
roar.
Or don't call it that, but just say like, give me your best SaberCat impression, or like SaberCat growl, and then best one. I bet the SaberCats would love that. They could probably use that
The
shit as like
SaberCats
promo
would
and stuff.
love that. SaberCats would love that.
So you guys practice your roars if you want those tickets.
Free tickets. You're not gonna roar for a free ticket? Like, tell me you don't care about rugby. Tell me you don't care. You're probably one of those people who win the tickets and leave halfway through. We're not naming names, but you know who you are. You know who you are. But yeah, use SaberCats.com/tickets and use promo code IHEART20 to get 20% off your tickets. Fuck Dallas. We're taking down the Jackals this Saturday at SaberCats Stadium. HoustonSaberCats.com for tickets. One more time, Pat. There we go. This is the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, our first Comeback Kid this week, and it probably would have been a Comeback Kid last week, but fuck it, we're doing it this week, is ruining tours. Ruining tours. I mean, we couldn't use Hawk Tour because I felt like that was everywhere, but Justin Timberlake was also kind of everywhere. And Justin Timberlake's ruined, like, the Hawk Tour memes are elite. I think I might like this is gonna ruin the tour. What tour? The what tour? I like those memes way more, I think, just because you can put any show where the Pawn Stars guys yelling at each other. You can put the Sopranos yelling at each other.
Saw
I
like
saw
9
the-
different Sopranos.
Yeah, and it all plays. It all plays. But Justin Timberlake getting arrested last week with the DWI, and then telling the cop this is going to ruin the tour. The cop having no idea who he is, being like, "What tour?" And he's like, "The World Tour." Pretty funny.
Even that
Pretty
cop must
funny.
have just thought like, this guy is hammered. Also, one all-time mugshot. Hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty
mugshot.
great.
He's still looking hot as shit in it, but like his eyes were just glass.
But yeah, ruining tours. If you have any great memes like that you'd like to send our way, please do send them our way. But I think we have to add to the Gravies Awards now. Like we've got the auxiliary categories. I feel like we should remove Bitch of the Year because Victor Wembanyama would win it again. Fuck Victor Wembanyama. But I think we have to add Arrest of the Year. We have to add an Arrest of the Year category. So we're gonna have Death of the Year and Arrest of the Year that we will add to the Gravies Awards. Arrest of the Year so far, we got Scotty Scheffler. That was a great arrest this year at the PGA Championship. Morgan Wallen, probably being racist or whatever he was doing, but he threw a chair off a balcony. I knew that, but he was
He'll probably get
shouting-
arrested before the year's over too, so he'll have 2 chances.
Yeah, and then JT. So those are the 3 that I had immediately. Scotty Scheffler also up for Athlete of the Year so far. So
And I
it'll
think
be a big time at the Gravies for Scotty Scheffler. He'll probably attend.
you should probably add this also to Meme of the Year. Of course, Hawk Tua is going to go in there
Hawk
as
Tua
well, but
and the World Tour memes. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Those are
we
those
got
are
2
givens.
nominees for Meme of the Year this last 2 weeks.
Just to recap what we got for Meme of the Year so far. Meme of the Year is gonna be a stacked category. We got Tiger Woods, Big Dog, Sydney Sweeney, the Hot Ones one, where she's like, "Oh my God, it's so hot." Travis Kelce yelling at Andy Reid in the Super Bowl, the Squirtle sacks, Hawk Tua, and Justin Timberlake's mugshot / World Tour memes.
That's going to be a big one this year because, like, we have how many months left?
6.
We're like halfway, and we already have that many memes. We want to do a Meme of the Year tournament on that one.
Ooh, yeah, that would be a good one leading up
Write
to
that
it.
down next to it. Possible tournament.
Okay.
We'll
Death
have
of the
the-
Year too. Toby Keith, OJ Simpson, Bill Walton, Jerry West.
Hopefully, we don't get so many of those that we have to have
Yeah.
a tournament.
If I died, do you guys think I'd be Death of the Year?
If you died, I don't think we would get to Death of the Year, buddy.
You would have
I
to.
think-
If I
but
die, that's my
well, hold
dying
on.
wish. You have to carry on the Gravies Awards.
If you die, would you win Death of the Year or would the podcast win Death of the Year? Because I'm pretty sure that would be dead too.
Well, you
We can
guys
still do
know
the
me.
gravies every year. I could still do the gravies.
It's just
What
a
if we
once a
get-
year random thing. Like this used to be a podcast 10 years ago, but Alex died, so now we do it in memoriam.
That would be. I would have to give you runner up to Death of the Year. I don't even
I mean,
let you win it.
OJ's pretty good. Toby Keith, pretty good.
Oh
so
no, the
maybe
podcast would win it.
not the best year to die. Not the best year to die.
Maybe hold that off until next year.
Yeah, I'll try to. But shout out to Justin Timberlake, T's and P's for drinking and driving. Also, conspiracy theory, maybe he did it on purpose to sell tickets. Right?
I mean,
like,
To run into the one cop who doesn't know who Justin Timberlake is in the Hamptons.
unless it was planted.
I don't know.
Like, when was the last time we heard about JT besides that he was kind of an asshole to Britney Spears, which I kind of knew that.
So like a month ago.
No, it was longer than that. But it's like, I hadn't heard about JT music wise. What if he was like, you know what I need? An arrest. Everybody likes Bad Boy. Morgan Wallen does that. He's like, I'm not gonna say the N-word.
Which, by
Morgan
the
Wallen,
way-
though, has been forgiven for the N-word like 12 times, right? Like he's definitely the winner
Twice
of like
at least,
most forgive.
publicly.
No. He said it 3 times. I can remember 3 times he said it.
Okay.
Because didn't that get him kicked off SNL? No, that was the code. He was like making out with some broad,
Yeah.
and they were like, "You weren't COVID distancing." Okay, I just assumed that every time he's in trouble, he's saying the N-word. And then he was hanging out with Peyton, and they're
'Cause
like,
it's
"Hey,
happened
man,
enough.
you can't hang out with him. He says bad things." But like, "Oh, he's sweet. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. He was saying a Jay-Z. He's saying a Jay-Z lyric."
What about the time 3 a.m. outside of his house when he's being loud and the neighbors are recording him and he just yelled it at somebody?
He was singing that Kanye West song. He was talking about his friends in Paris.
He was excited for the Olympics.
He's just excited about it. But they'll justify it by that. It's like, okay. I don't think anybody should be canceled, but it's like if there's a record for the amount of times you can say the N-word and not get canceled, Morgan Wallen wins.
If you can't get caught, or if you can't stop getting caught saying it in public, imagine how much he's saying it in private.
Yes.
That's the thing that people
I don't want to be
put
that
two and
guy.
two
I don't
together.
want to be that guy.
Oh,
but makes you
he
think.
just had a bad day. I don't know. I don't think it's a bad day to yell like if there was one word you can't say.
That's
Like
the one.
of all of the slurs, you're more likely to get away with any of them than that one.
Yeah. Or Morgan Wallen, you can just get away
And
with
he just
anything.
can't stop. Sorry, I grew up with it.
I grew up in the South. All right, dude. Still don't. So yeah, I don't know. Morgan Wallen, I guess, auxiliary comeback kid. Next comeback kid we got, besides ruining tours, is debates, because we are recording this on Wednesday, the 26th, and we got our first presidential debate on Thursday. I don't give a fuck about politics. Probably won't even vote now. You know, if nobody wants to vote me into office, I'm not going to vote for other people into office. I think I'm going to take a stand, maybe. But maybe I'll write in Harambe, and I don't know. But I will absolutely be watching this debate tomorrow. I will absolutely watch this debate just because it's like watching a car wreck a little bit. You're like, what's going to happen here? They're going to be so mean to each other, but also they're like 90 years old being mean to each other. So it's like, hey, pal, what are you going to do? I'm going to do whatever I want, bucko. You're like, you guys aren't really going to, you would both die if you tried to hit the other one. You would both die. Like, they're the biggest, like, fake tough guys in the world, but, like, I'm absolutely going to watch the debates. And, like, you can hate him all you want. I'm not saying he's a great guy at all. Donald Trump is absolutely electric at debates.
Oh,
good or
it's
bad,
like-
good or bad. It's just like must watch TV because you're like, what's he? I don't know what he's gonna say. It's like when he would give speeches. You're like, where's he going with this? I don't think
It's
this
like-
is in the script.
when you put it in terms of wrestling, Rey Mysterio, and I'm nothing. Don't anyone who's into wrestling, Mundo, don't hate me if I make a bad actual wrestling analogy here. I'm going to say Rey
I believe
Mysterio.
it's Roy
yeah,
Mysterio.
he might have been a better technical wrestler than Stone Cold Steve Austin, but Stone Cold was great on the mic. And if you're great on
Rey
the
Mysterio
mic, you're always going to be
didn't-
popular.
Rey Mysterio didn't crack 2 beers and then just pour them down his throat. That's what Stone Cold did, and that's Donnie. That's Donnie.
Yeah.
All right, we
He's
get it.
great on the
Maybe
mic. He's electric.
say what you
That's
want.
why he's popular.
Yeah, say what you want about policy. Say what you want about anything else. But, like, wild. He's the guy that broke the media's brain originally, where he's like, no, I didn't say that about women. I said that
Wrong.
about Rosie O'Donnell. I said Rosie O'Donnell was ugly and fat. And they're like, you still, okay. I don't know what to say back to that. And, like, now they've had plenty of time to kind of figure out how to combat him. But, like, they're going to be so mean to each other and probably forget what they're saying half the time too, just riffing. It's going to be electric, or it's going to be an absolute train wreck, but I'll watch a little bit. And if it's bad, I'll just turn it off. But, like, that's all you got.
I have a reminder set tonight to make sure, because I will be working tomorrow during it. I'm recording it, and I'm going to watch the entire thing when I get home and go to bed way too late. And it's going to be because it's going to frustrate me when I'm at work and I'm seeing memes come from it, but I don't know the context of it yet. But I am so excited. Like, what if, like, you know, when you see a toddler shitting their pants and you can tell, hey, are you pooping? What if we get a Biden moment like that? What if he poops
Or
his
Trump
pants?
moment like that too. Trump could poop.
Or what if Trump just does another, like, 2 hands to sip his water? Like, oh, he's doing it again. His hair, like, actually finally flips
Didn't
up
a
and
fly
falls
land
off
on
the
him
first
one time?
Mm-hmm. It's been 4 years since we've had this electric.
Yeah.
And there's only going to be one again.
Probably.
There's no way that they're going to let 2 happen. But so you gotta hold on to it while you can.
And then I also do love the, like, post debate where it's like whoever you wanted to win anyways won. It's like draft day.
Yeah.
Like, post debate for politic people is like draft day for you and I, where, like, I don't give a fuck who the Giants drafted. I'm like, fucking the future Hall of Famer, obviously, all of them, rounds 1 through 7, absolute steals. These are all, like, this team's gonna win the Super Bowl next year. We could not have drafted any better. Like, whoever your candidate is, you're like, so and so dominated that debate, wiped the floor with the other guy, and then the other people are saying the exact same thing. Like, like, they said words that you liked, the other guy didn't. The other people are gonna think the same thing about their guy. But I kind of want to just pre-schedule tweets for the debate. What time is it tomorrow?
I would assume like 7.
there's that episode of The Office where Daryl's like, "Oh, I gotta get out of here, but let me do a couple of headshots." He's like, "Wow, that person has really got him or himself into quite a predicament." And then they use it later in the show, and I want to just like, "Wow, I can't believe he said that," or just the eyeball emojis. Just like schedule those tweets out like every couple minutes, and it's like that'll probably play, and then it'll just get traction because like Alex is watching the debate. Maybe I won't make. I'll just TiVo it. TiVo? What am I? 80? Let's DVR it.
Just throw all the popular like hashtags on it, like eyeballs, hashtag Sleepy Joe,
Hashtag government. Hashtag talking ticks. Hashtag tic tacs.
hashtag Drumpf. I don't know if they're still doing that one, but it'll probably make a comeback during the
What was
debate.
the other one? Kofifi. Hashtag Kofifi. Hashtag drain the swamp.
Whoa, can't believe they went there.
Hashtag MAGA. Hashtag Marga. Hashtag Margo. Hashtag Fargo.
That would be great. Yeah, dude, just schedule a couple of
Just
tweets
one of
me nothing
only
during it.
hashtags? Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll tell you guys the tweets. And then
That's not the
You guys
America
are
I
saying.
want to live in. Just randomly send that out.
just know that. Or does Twitter still show you that it's a scheduled tweet? I don't think
I
it
didn't
does
know it
anymore.
ever did.
They don't show you likes anymore. I bet I remember back in the day it'd be like scheduled tweet. I was like, okay. Because then like when shit would happen, that people would be like, if something insensitive happened and like God forbid school shooting happens, but it's like a gun advertisement for like a TV show or whatever, and it's like, oh, the best gun in the business. Be like, how dare you at a time like this? It's like, it was a scheduled tweet. It was a scheduled tweet. I didn't know. We didn't know this was gonna happen. So it would like kind of save your ass there. But now I think they removed likes, so they probably don't have scheduled tweets. But yeah, just know that if I tweet about the debate at all tomorrow, that is a pre-scheduled tweet, and they will be very generic tweets. But it is always the generic ones that like people pick up, like, see, yeah, this guy gets it. I was like, oh, that's not gonna go well tomorrow.
And then after the debate, they go back to their own like panels of random people sitting on bleachers. What did you think about how he performed in this one? Well, maybe we'll get another red sweater guy.
Oh, Ken Bone.
Ken Bone, yeah.
And then what was his thing that took him down? He didn't get taken down for anything inappropriate. Like
It's just
they
he was like liking porn on Twitter or something.
well, yeah, no, he was on Reddit and he was talking about like nutting in his wife.
Oh,
About, like raw doggy, wasn't he? He was talking about like
God,
not
that
wearing
guy
a
was
condom.
a legend.
And it was like, dude, that's what Reddit is, man. Reddit's like, you look at the weird shit on Reddit, you leave dumb comments. That's why you have to have 6 burners.
My
have
Reddit
4
name is
burners.
just my name.
Well, I have my main one, but then you have one because sometimes you want to start a debate, and then sometimes you got to get that debate going. So you got to debate with yourself for a second, and other people debate with one of your other debates that were really just you. But you got to take both sides. So then somebody's going to come out either side. And then sometimes you got to see the original point side. So you agree with your original post as the person that initially hated it. And then you can just take over anything.
I'm not that deep into Reddit. I just
Yeah.
enjoy it sometimes.
You get bored sometimes. You get bored. Been a minute since I did that, but still. Debates back. Very much back.
Jacked up.
Also back, The Bear. The Bear is back today, I think. New season.
I'm
of The Bear,
fucking-
season 3.
I'm so excited. I love that show.
Yes, chef. It is.
From what I've seen from the previews of this one, he's going back to being a fucking dick this season. So that should be fun.
Oh, I didn't know he ever stopped. Didn't know he ever stopped.
He slowed down in season 2.
I like that show a lot. It is like the most unnecessary anxiety that a show forces on you ever, though. Where they're like, we have to get this out. I'm like, guys, it's fucking food. I get that it's supposed to simulate working in a restaurant. It's like, I don't care. I don't care if you get the plate out on time. I don't really care.
No,
Yeah.
my GM can't really watch it because he's like, that's how him and his dad used to scream and argue with each other at the restaurant, like in front of guests. And he's like, they don't, get into it like that anymore. But he's like, it's just it fucking gives me anxiety because it brings me back to those moments. And like, I'm like, dude, I love it. This is. I was like, it also reminds me of those moments, and I thought those were super funny. I know
Yeah,
for
probably 'cause
you it was
other people yelling
traumatizing.
at you. Yeah.
But I was like, nah, dude, this is awesome. I love this shit.
So we've been kind of rewatching the last season of The Bear to just get ready for the new one. Is The Bear just live action Ratatouille though? Minus the rat?
Well, now it is Rat Boy Summer, and he's an example people are using for it. Jeremy Allen White. So
Ratatouille.
he's Ratatouille. Jeremy Allen Ratatouille.
Why don't we call him Jaw? Why don't we call him Jaw? Like everybody that he has a very, is it acronym name? He has a very like
Yeah.
sayable 3 letters that you could just, he's Jaw. I love Jaw. Like David Allen Greer, Adam Carolla always used to call him Dag. And he was like, I love it. He's like, we got Dag on the show. I'm like, fuck you. That's a cool way to abbreviate somebody's
Well,
name.
then I'd be like, you mean Rule? And so I'd be confused. Ja Rule?
Say what?
Ja Rule.
Oh,
Jaw.
Jaw Rule.
Brunch.
Yeah.
Jaw. I just think we should call him Jaw.
It never once occurred to me that was his initials. Maybe see, you got to take it one step farther though. So like his initial is Jaw, or it spells out Jaw. Call him Shark.
If he was a hockey player, it'd be Jaws. He would absolutely be called Jaws.
Jazzy. He'd be Jazzy.
Jaws, yeah, you throw a Y on it.
Yeah. Now I just want to call him Jazzy.
The Bear is live action Ratatouille, though?
Yeah.
Sure.
I never saw Ratatouille, but yeah.
What?
I know the premise of it. I just never
It
saw
was
it.
on TV the other day. Absolute delight.
Rat lets the fucking ginger kid cook who can't cook for shit but wants to be a chef. Yeah.
I'm sort of excited for when Elle like is like watching kids movies to be like, cool, I'm gonna watch this and be like, yeah, let's go watch Lion King again. Don't watch this part. You're gonna hate this part. This is where Scar kills his dad.
Yeah, that
Don't
was
watch this.
you got to tell her, be like, listen, all the ones that I watched growing up in the 90s, it all starts with the mom dying. So, like, Land Before Time, Bambi, all the
Fox
moms.
and the Hound.
And they show you them die. Nemo, they didn't show you that you see her
Yeah.
die.
Nemo was pretty lit. Nemo was pretty lit. But yeah, the
Disney
Bear's
hates
back.
moms.
So shout out to the Bear and shout out to people that like feeling anxious when you're watching a TV show. Also back this week, the A&M and UT rivalry. Normally it's saved for football, even though they hadn't played in forever. But baseball got a little shine on the Texas and Texas A&M rivalry. A&M didn't win a national championship again in another sport. Shocker. But their coach lost the College World Series with A&M Monday. He lost the College World Series final. Tuesday, he announced that he's leaving A&M to go coach the University of Texas. So he goes to their rival right after taking them to a national championship, and people were mad about it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, they were not stoked.
Well, they were also pissed at him because in the press conference afterwards, a reporter asked him, because there was rumors he was going to take the Texas job. And what did he say? He called it a classless question. Like just basically being an ultra dick to the reporter. Like, how could you even ask that? We're sitting here right here. It's after the game. Why would you? It's a ridiculous question to even bring up. And 24 hours later, he's like, I'm the head coach of Texas. Fuck you guys.
I understand both sides of this story, of that argument. I absolutely understand both sides of that because it's like, I'm not going to say like before a game, obviously you're not going to say you're going anywhere because then your boys are like, why the fuck are you even here if you're going to leave us? Like, fuck you. But like after the game, it's like, do you want me to just be like, yeah, fuck these kids. I'm out. Like, it's a weird...
You can just dance around the question without telling the reporter, fuck you for even asking me that question. How dare you ask me that question? Why would you think it's appropriate to ask me that question?
Yeah, no, that was
later,
weird.
Yeah, no, I did exactly what I
He
just
doubled down
yelled
on
at you
it
for doing.
in a weird way.
He did
I
the
would
exact
say-
same thing when he left TCU to go to A&M also. Like, he's a piece of shit.
Not really.
Coaches dance around this question all the time without getting combative about it, and he somehow was just like, no, I'm going to lie straight to your fucking face, and then 24 hours later do exactly what you said I was going to do. But
Right,
now it's like,
but like,
I was talking with someone about it, and they're like, man, don't you think kids now would be like, well, we can't trust anything you're telling us?
no, they have
But-
transfer portals. They have transfer
Well,
portals. They're just like, I'm going to go play somewhere else. tomorrow.
Not only that, it's not like there's a job that's higher than Texas, though, that he would leave Texas for to go to. Like, he's not going to leave Texas for Stanford, another great baseball school. They're on the same level. Texas is upper echelon, top
Isn't
tier
A&M?
school. A&M is a good program, but Texas is like historically good.
I don't understand that A&M today. I saw a lot of A&M Twitter saying like, "Oh, Texas just thinks they can go buy whoever they want." And it's like, do you guys not remember every Aggie football coach ever? Like, didn't they just pay Jimbo Fisher like $1 billion to get the fuck away and not coach? Like, he's sitting at home, wherever home is for him, with a fuckload of money because A&M's like, here, we'll just buy him out. Let's just do that.
Well, part of it too for him was he asked the university to give him a shit ton of money or not give him, but like renovate the entire stadium, dump all this money into the program, and they did it so that he would stay, and then he immediately like left. But they're still going to have some of the best facilities in the country afterwards.
Like, oh no, now we have cool shit that's going to attract another good coach. Like, I understand you got snubbed, and especially when it's your rival, like, fuck Saquon Barkley. I hate Saquon Barkley. That guy's the worst. I get it. He left my team and went to the team that I hate.
I think part of it too is like
the hate. But
I think Texas is doubling his salary, but he supposedly didn't even give A&M the option of matching. He was just gone.
So he like said he Saquon, or they said he Saquoned him. Like Saquon said the Giants didn't even give him an opportunity like match, and then the Giants released the Hard Knocks trailer and were like, "Hey Saquon, you're gonna give us the opportunity to match, right?" And looks like Saquon's a liar. I don't know. All of it's kind of weird, but when A&M is upset, it's kind of funny. It's like when the Cowboys are upset, you're kind of like, haha.
They better have that game on national television the first time Texas plays at A&M next year, though. Because especially now that the conferences are coming back together and they're going to be in there, if I was an A&M fan at that game, I would make sure I was kicked out because I would be sitting on top of the dugout the entire game, not watching the game, screaming at the head coach for 9 innings, calling him a piece of shit. What a loser. What a terrible person.
That's what those two A&M guys did.
I hope your wife leaves you.
And then they got kicked out, remember?
No, but I never watched the full thing, but they apparently they made it super inappropriate and said some shit. They were yelling like really bad. I know how to cross the line without crossing the line. I would just get kicked out for like cussing. But I would be like, I hope you get a ruptured testicle every other week for the rest of your life. I'd be going in on the guy.
Texas
the fans are going to be savage.
Texas does just kind of cuck everybody else's coaches, though.
Like, I mean, when you've got the money, you use it. That's what the Yankees have done for a long. It hasn't been as successful the last 20 years, but they did it for their entire existence. What's the point of having the money if you're not going to use it?
No, I get that. Well, they don't use it now. They don't use it wisely, at least. Just buy pitchers, buy more pitchers, dude. I don't know, Steinbrenner. But like Texas took Chris Beard, I think, is their basketball coach, and he took Texas Tech to a national championship game, and then they're like, "Come on over here, bud. Here's more money." And he was like, "Fuck you, Tech. I'm gonna go take that UT money." And then Sarkisian was like supposedly the next in line when the Saban era ended, and UT's like, "Come on over here, pal. Come on, take over." I know that they didn't know how long Saban was gonna be around or anything, but that's sort of like that. And now that's pretty funny. What is their women's basketball coach? Was that like TCU's coach? I don't fucking know if that's true. Probably. I'm just gonna And then their women's basketball coach was that their softball coach. He used to be the Baylor softball coach. So yeah. Duh.
I mean, the last time Texas had a chance to promote from within, Mac Brown would never step down, so Manny Diaz eventually just went to Florida. And after that, they're like, fuck it, there's no point in keeping people around. And Muschamp, yeah. Or did I say Florida? Miami is where Manny Diaz.
They were both Mac Jones. Mac. What's his name?
Manny Diaz?
No.
Oh, Mac Brown.
Mac Brown. Fuck. Okay. I always get Mac Brown and Mattress Mac like in my head. I confuse them when I'm trying to. By the way,
I don't know who convinced Mattress Mac to start doing all these amazing commercials. But the Godfather parody was one of the best I've ever seen in my life.
The first time I saw it, the fact that every time I get on Twitter, it's every third scroll. You're like, God damn it.
You can just scroll past it.
Yeah, I just see it a lot. It's like when you hear the same commercial over and over again, you're like, okay, I'm over it. Will Arnett, I'm fucking sick and tired of your commercials, whatever the commercial was on during hockey. I'm done with it. I don't want to do it anymore. But yeah, A&M and UT's rivalry. Back at it again. One last comeback kid we got for the week. Canada not being good at their own sports. So hockey, again, is an American sport. It's America's sport. And I know that Minnesota has the reputation for being the state of hockey. How is Florida not the state of hockey now? 3 of the last 5 Stanley Cups.
Professional.
3 of the last 5 Stanley Cups belong to Florida.
Well, but that's just on the professional level.
It's America's hockey state, which is the highest level, the professional level.
But it's because they're saying the state of hockey. It's because the entire state watches youth, high school. Like the high school hockey tournament is one of the biggest things in Minnesota
Well,
every year.
think we should start saying the state of hockey is Florida just to make Minnesota mad.
Good luck fucking paying the rink fees on keeping all that ice down there to grow it. You got to have high school players playing it if it's the state of hockey.
I'm sure kids in Florida play hockey.
Like 9. There's like 9 players.
Some of them do. Some of them.
Well, hey, be nice to Minnesota. What else do they have? That's all they got.
That's true.
The Vikings suck, and they just lost a mid-tier quarterback.
They have Carlos Correa.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the Twins, but like, the Twins, the Minnesota Wild, they're not going to just let them have their state of hockey moniker.
Got Jordan Jefferson, Justin Jefferson.
Oh, yeah, he's going to throw him the ball. JJ McCarthy, okay.
Yeah. Great guy, I'm sure.
He's got TikTok hair. He's not going to be a good quarterback.
For Canada, again, 1993, last time Canada won the Stanley Cup. Fuck them, dude. I know you were rooting for Edmonton. It's un-American to root for Canada over the U.S. ever. And I know it would have been a good story, but it's also funnier that like when Astros fans were really mean to me about the Yankees that one time, and then the Yankees got beat by the Rays, and then I cursed the Astros, and they went down 0-3, and then came back, and then lost, and like I was like, good, because you guys are mean to me. I'm glad that happened because you got your hopes up again. Like it is funny that all of Canada was behind them, and they were like, this series is over, and then they won one. They're like, okay, you got to steal one, and got to steal one again. Oh, okay. And then they won another one, and then they brought it right back, and they're like, there's no fucking way that they lose now. They got all the momentum, and then they just ran out of gas, and Florida's like, watch, we just fucked around for 3 games. It is funny when that happens.
Oh, it
As
definitely
a fan
is.
of the Red Wings that did the same shit where that happened, it ripped my heart out. But like, it's funny when it happens to somebody else. Like, you guys thought, yeah, it's not easy. That's why it doesn't happen very often.
I'm not mad at it. I wanted Connor McDavid to get
you were
a
so
cup,
mad.
but
Pat was
but also
so
America wins again. So I'm like, okay. I didn't really. I had a $5 bet on the game. I wasn't exactly like.
I won a Jeep.
I am Matt. You always bet the under in Game 7, and I did not bet the under. I forgot, and I'm mad about that. That's what I'm mad about from it. But hey, what are you gonna do? America wins again.
Allegedly, I should have won a Jeep. Rod went back on his promise that I forced him into.
Oh damn! I might have to make 19 calls on Open Phones Friday, calling Rod a dirty liar.
Just definitely, if you listen to the Rod Rancher, do not call on Open Phones Friday and say that Rod should give Alex and Chili his Jeep. Definitely don't do that. Don't do that.
It'd be a real shame if that.
We are telling you here, real shame if everybody did that. Definitely don't do that. Do not do that under any circumstances. Okay. Do not watch the YouTube version of this either, even though you should definitely watch the YouTube version of this. YouTube.com/@PassGamePodway. Suck a dick, Canada. USA. We're the best. Cricket's our sport now. We took that from India?
South
Pakistan?
Asia. Just say South Asia.
We took it from whoever else we took when we won the cricket thing. I don't know what's going on in the Cricket World Cup. I'm assuming we're dominating that still. I'm not going to look it up, so nobody tell me. We own the NHL. We own the NBA again. There was that one weird year where Toronto won. I didn't like that. But, like, America has all the sports again. We got it all. Probably going to win the World Cup. Going to win the Copa America. Did you see England in the Euros? England England fucking lost to fucking Denmark, whoever the fuck they played the other day. Like US just curb stomped Bolivia. We played Panama. Like, yeah. Tell me England is better than us in soccer. Yeah, doubt it.
I actually
Doubt
loved
it,
when we
guys.
beat Bolivia 2-0 because then I just got to walk into the kitchen at work the next day and be like, "Oh, Dos a Cero. Where does that sound familiar, guys?" That's what we beat Mexico. For those of you that don't know,
Yeah.
it was fun. All the Guatemalan guys in the kitchen loved it. The Mexican guys did not.
And then Mexico played Jamaica, and I didn't realize it was in Houston, or else I would have gone. You know, Jamaica's like my second country. It's basically my home away from home. Slash, like
Yeah,
the only other country I've really been to, but
if you ever
it's
flee the
cool.
country, I'll know where to look for you.
Jamaica. A Jamaica mistake, like Jimmy Buffett wrote about.
R.I.P. in peace.
One of the greatest stories about a song ever. I've told it on the podcast, but if you don't know what it is, look up Jamaica Mistake by Jimmy Buffett and look up the story behind it, because you'll just realize Jimmy
He's a
Buffett was
fucking
one
legend.
cool dude. He was one
He's a goddamn
cool
legend.
dude. All right, let's move on to the not cool segment where we tell you guys what is not cool throughout the week. You can weigh in and give us your thing. This is like a little vent session. I like it. It's really fun, and we like it when you guys weigh in on it as well. So hit us up. We're on Twitter at PassGrayPod. Use the hashtag PTG Not Cool. That's how we'll sort for them. That's the only way you can submit your not cools. Try and explain it enough to where it can be, if you know what Reddit lingo is, the TLDR, too long, didn't read. Try and make it where it's like I can say it in 4 sentences. Sometimes I understand. Yeah, do more than that. But hashtag PTG Not Cool at PassGrayPod. That's how you get to us. The Not Cool segment is brought to you by PassTheGravyMerch.com. PassTheGravyMerch.com. We got some awesome new summer merch. I know my boy Todd Voss was rocking around with the Gravy Gang sun shirt, and then also a shout out to our girl Ashley Wilkins. Ashley with an I, dropping bucks in the PTG store. She got, I think, like from the picture she sent us, it looked like she got one of everything. Looks like she bought one of everything. So everybody should be like Ashley and go buy one of everything. I think she felt a little bad because on the Rod Ryan show, she gave me bad words to read my lips, and I did lose. I feel like she felt a little guilty, but I forgive her now because she bought stuff. You know, if you ever give me a bad word on the Rod Ryan show and you want to make up for it, just buy some merch from PassGrayMerch.com. Ashley basically also spent so much that we got to keep Robert for another month. So shout out to Ashley. Thank you, Robert, for hanging out with us for another month. So Robert, do you want to say anything to Ashley?
Thank you, Ashley.
There you go.
Electric.
Really, thank you, Ashley, because Robert wants us to have a reason so he can be like, I'm out. Joe Rogan's been calling him forever, and he's just trying not to Texas A&M us. You know what I'm saying? But PassTheGravyMerch.com. We got the Ladlettes shirt, all the band, our in-house band, Pass the Gravy Merch.com. You're gonna love all this stuff. I love that the Ladlettes have the tour poster you can get to. You can get the Gravy Gang son dad hat too. You can get the stickers to put on your computer. The IP in pools shirt, the IP in pools, but P has an asterisk, and that means listen to Pass the Gravy. That's great. That's one of our better selling ones. PassTheGravyMerch.com. All of our new summer stuff. Go get the tie-dye dad hats. It's summer. It's friggin' awesome. The PTG icy shirts, the shorts, the logo shorts are awesome. I'm wearing mine around the house all the time. They're the softest fucking shirts in the world. And like they're that soft, kind of heavy material, but they breathe well. Like it doesn't feel like you're wearing sweatpants. They kind of look like they're sweatpants. They feel like sweatpants, but they don't breathe like sweatpants, which is awesome. PassTheGravyMerch.com. If you get anything from us, tag us, let us know that you're supporting the podcast. Like we don't ever ask you guys to pay for a paywall or anything like that. We're never going to put you behind a paywall. But if you want to support us, everything else we do is free. Go to PassTheGravyMerch.com, buy some stuff. It all goes to us to help keep Robert on the show, to help pay for website hosting fees, to do all that stuff. We very rarely see any of that money in our own pockets. PassTheGravyMerch.com. Support the show. This is the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right. Our first not cool is from Samantha Garcia. She's at _XX_SamG3 on Twitter. And Samantha says, her not cool is me and my husband got to save the date for a wedding for January of next year. The only issue is that we do not know who's getting married. So that means they
Yeah,
sent a
what the hell?
save the date that was just like, save the date. Here's the date. You didn't put like a name. Like, that's on them. That's not on you. That's. I feel like you should just say, like, I'm not going to this wedding. Like, you
For
should
sure, but
stand strong.
Ne-
Like, that's generic as fuck.
now I want that sounds like a great prank where you just print off a bunch of generic save the dates and you just put them in mailboxes around your neighborhood.
Just any mail. Oh, I do love that. I do love that idea.
It's the most passive like prank of all time because nobody will understand why you did it, and there's no way you get the gratification of it. It's just funny.
Because for like 5 minutes, they're like, "Hey, honey, do we know anybody that just got engaged?" I don't think so.
Put it on like a
Oh,
holiday
what
too, be
about
like July
so-and-so's
4th
nephew?
weekend.
Oh yeah. It's got to be like on a long weekend that no one wants to take off for,
December 24th, save the date.
or like a Monday.
Fucking Monday wedding. That'd be awful.
That would be really awful.
Have it
But
be like 6 years in the future.
that's not anything on you. I guess if they're gonna send you an actual invitation, then that's different. But like, you can play the card like, we didn't know about this, and they'll say we sent save the dates. Like, bullshit. You sent something that said there's something happening on this time. We don't know who.
Yeah, when they do send the next one, the official announcement, if it's someone you don't want to go to, be like, well, we have
You got an
another wedding on that day because we didn't know whose this was, and we got another one after that had their name on it, and we responded to them. Like, it's not our fault you didn't
That's your out.
put your own information at all on the fucking card. Not a picture of you guys, not any initials. You never shot out a text like, "Hey, look for a save the date," which you usually
Right.
get a text before the save the date also.
They may as well have just like sent out, there's a wedding with an exclamation mark and like nothing else. Like, that's pretty much what that is. I had a friend whose car got hit one time when he was not in it, and there was a post-it note on like under the windshield, and he was like, oh, okay, well, at least like they left a phone number, and it just said sorry. Like somebody had backed into him. It wasn't too bad, but like you could definitely tell he got backed into.
Somebody was
like,
looking, so they're
but
like, "Oh,
just
I gotta make it look like."
that's probably exactly what happened. But like being like, oh, okay, well, at least you know what, like they were cool people and they left info. No, they didn't. No, they
Dickheads.
didn't. So that's pretty much what they sent you there. You could have just put wedding, and that would have been just as much. But great idea for us to now just send just generic save the dates. And if anybody's bored, that'll be a fun little thing you can do too. Not cool on them, not cool on you guys. Hopefully it's somebody that you like, so that you can just bust your ball. You can bust their balls. Like, Pat, you fucking sent me a save the date. You son of a bitch, Pat. You sent me the save the date without your name on it. And Pat like, that's classic me. But
Or you send a save the date with your name on it, but it's not
Yeah,
for a
sorry.
wedding.
Cover for me right now. Hold on.
Oh, look. Ella is making her. Actually, it's not Ella. It's Elle. Good thing he can't hear that. He can probably hear it. His mic is muted. But yeah, just made her first appearance on the podcast. He's talking about how chill his baby is, dude. Baby ain't chill. Crying during a podcast. Honestly, it's a lack of manners, and I think that reflects poorly on the parents.
It was not.
What's up,
L.
bro? What's up,
It was
bro?
not L. It was not L. It was maintenance for my apartment.
I said
You'll hear
Ella
about
at the
that in the
beginning.
not cool segment.
And I was like, wait, that's my cousin, not his daughter.
L's your cousin?
Ella.
Ella. Okay. I was like, L's not
Yeah.
your cousin.
Who I
buddy.
believe she just got engaged like 2 days ago. She's like fucking 8 years younger than me. Some shit like
Dude,
that.
maybe that was her save the date.
Could have been.
If she
Yeah,
said Sam
your
and
next-
Cruz.
If you guys have another baby, you should just be like baby on the way with an ultrasound, but none of y'all's information on it. When you send out like announcements of it.
When is it? Sometime.
People are just looking around social media. Finally, you get like text. Was this yours? Yeah, it was.
Classic us.
You didn't put your name on it. I know. It's funny, huh?
I do like that. I like that a lot. That was a solid, not cool. Just a weird thing that happened. Good. That was a good one, Sam. Melissa Hyde has another not cool for us at Mel Hyde myself on Twitter. And Melissa says, I ordered some Texas A&M shirts online, and when they showed up, none of the logos were centered correctly. She sent some pictures. So, Robert, if you want to attach the photos she sent, but yeah, they're slightly off centered, and then one looks like it's like way like centered and like up a little bit from the center. That is a big bugaboo of mine as somebody that does merch. Robert would also agree with me because you got to center all your shit on there. All of the printing stuff, it's very easy to do that. That means they were probably being very lazy and just like self-printing it. So they're just throwing it in there. But here's the joke. How many Aggies does it take to screen print a shirt on centered?
At least one more than they use.
Yeah. 12. At least 12, am I right?
Probably needed a 13th man on that job.
I guess you couldn't gig that one, could you?
Well, you know what? After this, now it makes sense why Schlossnagel left. You know, he just didn't want to be associated with kind of shoddy university.
Melissa, if you want to just tag the university and be like, here's your reason.
This is why our
like,
coach left.
You're gonna fucking coach for a team that can't even put their logos centered on shit? No, thank you.
Lock it up.
That is frustrating. I've had shirts show up before that are similar to that, where it's either like I had one time where I remember our shit printer that we had before we have our awesome merch people. There was like a Pass the Gravy logo. It was right when we first made the shirts. When Robert came on board, he's like, hey, merch, we should do that. And I was like, I don't know why I have not thought of that. And Robert's like, we can just outsource our stuff, so we don't have to do it. And like the first shirt I got that had the Pass the Gravy logo on it, like the logo was cut off at like the fucking the like collar of the shirt. And it was like, they didn't even look at it after they printed it. Like you have to look at that and be like, that's not how that's supposed to be. And no one did. And then they shipped it to me, and I was like, what the fuck is this, guys? And they were, oh, could you send us a picture of it? And I sent them a picture, and they sent me the right ones, but it was bullshit. Luckily, we have great merch people now. But you got to get great merch people like Pastor Gravy has, Melissa, not like A&M has.
Yeah, Mel, that sucks. I'm sorry.
T's and P's. T's and P's. Raymundo Benavidez at KMundoB on Twitter weighs in with his not cool, and he says, my tire blew out on the freeway. It started pulling really hard to the right, but luckily I kept my cool. Now I'm just waiting for the tow truck to get here. A blowout, especially on a highway, is the fucking worst. I've had that happen one time in my life. I was driving my old Ranger, my old Danger Ranger, and the front right tire popped. I was listening to CeeLo Green. Fuck you. I was listening to that. That was on the radio at that time. And I remember listening to that and just hearing, and then my car started like sputtering a little bit, and it just spun, and I did like a full spin, and I thought I was going to get hit and die. And I luckily was able to it did it all the way around where I could kind of quietly steer it over there. Very scary. Very, very scary. Glad you're okay, Mundo. Would not wish that on anybody, but it does make you feel kind of like a man when you survive that. You're like, fucking, yeah, it was a blowout. I'm good. But terrifying.
Yeah. Luckily, I've only ever gotten flats. I've never had the blowout. So
I will never listen to CeeLo Green again. Ever since then, I'm like, we're out on CeeLo Green. He's bad news. And he was literally saying, fuck you. He was literally saying, fuck you to me as my tire blew out. No thanks, buddy.
Maybe you just don't listen to him when you're in the car.
No.
Okay. All right. Just a suggestion. Don't have to bite my head off about it, man.
Yeah, I will, though. Because CeeLo Green tried to kill me one time. So let's let CeeLo Green tried to kill Alex.
If you ever meet him one day, you'd be like, dude, did you know you almost killed me once? What?
No, I would not meet him on purpose. I would intentionally be like, I'm good.
No, I'm saying like if you didn't know he was at the radio station one day, you saw like you were walking down the hallway.
Oh, hello.
Like, oh,
I'm
CeeLo,
CeeLo Green. How's it going? I have this really high-pitched voice.
And I'm a perfect
I
sphere.
fuck you.
Like, no, CeeLo, no.
See, no.
See, no. Exactly. T's and P's, Mundo. We're glad you're okay, buddy. That sucks. That fucking sucks. Last not cool we got is from Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix. She says, I got 2 tickets to see Inside Out 2. I did not realize that they were the Spanish version, and there were no refunds since it was opening day. I had to buy new tickets to watch the movie in 4K. The movie cost for both of us was $78 altogether. One ridiculous cost for movies. That's why I don't go to the movies. Like, it is the easiest decision. I know you guys like going to the movies. It is the easiest decision in the world for me when it's like, what was the movie that was out that we almost rented? It's still in theaters, but it was like Rent for $29.99, and I was like, I was about to do it, and then we ended up watching something else. We watched Hitman by Richard Linklater. It's a Netflix movie. I would say it's a solid 6, 7 out of 10.
I've heard it's a solid movie.
It's a good filler movie, and Richard Linklater went to Sam Houston, so I'm always going to support that dude. The guy that made Dazed and Confused and Boyhood and Everybody Wants Some. But it's
shot
it's a
Boyhood
good
at Texas State. You know, no big deal.
Yeah. If though you're just looking for a filler movie, solid filler movie right there. But that was why we didn't decide to rent a $30 movie. But if a movie's in the theaters and they want to charge you $30 so I can watch it now, I will happily do that because she spent $78. She had to buy 4 movie tickets. That's ridiculous. That's not even including all the other stuff. Like, I'm sure popcorn's $500 now.
I mean, no. I mean, I'll get in and out of movies with that. It's about time that you go too. If you go on like a Friday, Saturday night at like 6, 7 o'clock, yeah, you're gonna pay premium ticket time. You got to know when to go. I can't wait for the Kevin Costner movie to come out. Horizons, like American Story, whatever the fuck it's called. Me and my buddy have already planned a buddy date. We're gonna go see it in theater. No, it's about the Old West.
Well, I'm out.
He's out of his baseball era. He's in his Western era now.
I miss the old era.
I do too.
Miss the old era.
No, dude, it's the Old West. What dude doesn't love that? It's history, man.
I've never been a Western guy. That's one of the I just don't get into it.
You're weird. Super weird.
Is that weird?
My grandmother was a huge Clint Eastwood fan. So, or not Clint Eastwood, fucking John Wayne. Sorry.
Basically the same guy.
So I grew up watching a lot of Westerns and stuff too. But it's just history. Dudes love history.
That was a solid not cooler, actually. Sometimes the movies fucking suck, man. That's especially how are you supposed to fucking know it's in Spanish? I've bought a UFC fight in Spanish before, and you cannot get refunded.
I mean, the tickets probably said Inside Out.
Right,
Spanish.
but sometimes it'll be but you know what? When you buy the tickets,
they won't switch
it cuts off where it'll be I'm trying give me Dazed and Confused. I just said Dazed and Confused, but it'll be Dazed and C. And then sometimes you if you're doing it on that digital screen, if you're trying to order at one of those kiosks, it'll be is it EN or ES in Spanish in the parentheses? You don't fucking see that. You're just oh, there's the movie I want. There's the time. Cool. I've done that exact thing buying a UFC fight before, where it's fuck, and it was $70, and you're well, I'm not gonna watch it all in Spanish. Here's $140. There we go. And then I offered it to my Spanish speaking friend, and I was hey, if you want to log into my ESPN account, you can watch it in Spanish. You can also come over and watch it. And he did. So I was I feel like somebody needs to watch this in Spanish just so I should have texted Robert, dude, I know you don't give a fuck about UFC. Please just have this on in the background.
I don't give a fuck if it's opening day. If there's tickets available for the English one,
they should be able to exchange it.
That's just customer service, dude. It's an honest mistake. Fucking here, switch to this one.
If you didn't buy, if you bought 10 tickets and took up a whole row, I absolutely can see that being look, people could have not bought tickets because you took a whole row or whatever. But
it's 2 tickets.
Buy 2 tickets, you should be good.
I've never heard of the no refunds because of opening day. Never heard of that.
I hadn't either. But that makes sense. I think I don't believe that was what she said in it, but then a couple of people that responded to it. That's how I got
equate the value over. Say I know these ticket prices are nowhere near, but say it was $8 for a normal ticket, but since she has to watch the 4K now because that's all available, those are 10. Be okay, well, I'll pay you the $4 difference, but don't just make them buy whole new fucking tickets. Yeah, they were being dickheads, whoever they are.
That sucks.
Sorry that happened, Ashley.
They should have also offered you the opportunity to watch the Spanish version, but they would put subtitles.
No, that would be horrible.
Hey, before we start the movie, we just wanted to let everybody know, but this is all in Spanish. So Robert, I'm going to say this and I'd like you to translate it. Hi, everyone. Hola, amigos. instead of showing the movie regularly, we will be showing it for subtitles for our gringo friends that accidentally purchased Spanish tickets. How would they
Stand
say
up and go, "Hola,
that? Bonjour.
hola, mis amigos."
Raimundo always does a lot of he does my favorite thing that he shares with me every week is he does the gravy day post, which is happy gravy day, and he lets me share it on all of our socials. And like today he sent a pasta gravy loteria card.
Mhm.
They nail it. They got it. Nailed
Yeah,
it.
the second time. Yeah.
Loteria.
Yeah.
Okay. But he made one of like those, and it was like El Pasta Gravy, and I was just like, Happy Gravy Day, me amigos. And I was like, I feel so white typing this. I was like the white lady at the Mexican restaurant when she's like, gracias. She gives you that really cringy smile. Yeah, that was a solid, not cool, Ashley. Solid, not cool all around everybody. We're glad everybody's okay. I will go for my not cool because I've been dealing with it the whole podcast. It looks like it's been resolved now. That's why I had to go talk to a maintenance person. But my AC, flashback to 2 weeks ago when my wife gave birth. The day my wife started having contractions, our AC went out overnight. And it was kind of weird because I was like, that's crazy that like I normally keep it on 75 during the day, 69 at night. That's nice. You want to sleep with a little bit colder, but I always keep it 75 because 75 is a normal temperature to me. That's a fine temperature to just be living in. It was at 79 during the day at one point, and I was like, it's set at 75. Why is it at 79? I was like, maybe it's the hottest point of the day. We're in a corner apartment. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. And then I didn't really think anything of it. And then I woke up for work and I was just sweating. And my wife had been up, hadn't woken me up to tell me, but was just like, hey, AC went out. I was like, what the fuck? And so then she started contractions, which was super chill because you definitely want to be going into contractions without AC in Texas in the summer. And she went to her sister's house while I got them to do that. They did fix the AC so it would cool, but it was still like not cooling efficiently. Kind of like what I had said before, where it was like set to 75, it was 82, like not cool. And then throughout the day, it would just get hotter and hotter. So then you had to dip lower and be like, all right, well, let's make it 70. So then it would go to 76 or 78 or whatever it would be. But it just was like, I shouldn't have to set my temp to that low for it to just be a reasonable temperature. And then I paid my AC bill 2 days ago and it was $403. And I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. And it should never be $403 for a house,
No.
let alone a 2-bedroom apartment. And I don't know if you guys remember, I'm kind of boys with the manager at my apartment now because I fought the evil power washers next door. Now we're boys, and I was like, "What's up, dude? My AC, I know you guys fixed it. The maintenance dudes are dope. The new maintenance guys we have are cool." I was like, "Look, they did a bang up job. It works. It's just not cooling efficiently. Here is my bill from last month that I've paid, and this is the last 2 weeks. And now I'm gonna make sure this doesn't have my address on it. Okay, it does not. It does not. But so this is a graph I'm showing. This is why you watch the YouTube version. The green graph is what an efficient home would have their AC bill. The yellow is what people near me have their AC at. Mine, so this number goes to like 100 and it's a 600 is the highest number it can get to. The average neighbor is 148. Mine was 570. And if you're looking on the YouTube version, that is a really, 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 really long blue line that we're looking at. And I was just like, I understand that it is hot in Texas and sometimes it won't cool 100% to where it is. It should never be 10 degrees above what I am setting it at. And I should never have to set my thermostat to 67 just to live in like manageable shit. I was paying like $10-11 a day it billed out to be with basically with the AC to cool it like that. So today they've been replacing it and they finished when they were just knocking on the door there. But that's why I'm wearing a basketball jersey, not to flex my muscles or anything like that. I mean, I know I'm jacked, but I'm wearing a basketball jersey because I was just sweating the entire time we've been doing the podcast. So AC being out, not fun in Texas. Not fun at all.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah, it was super not cool. And my other not cool is I've been trying to get Adderall still. And like now we're going on like a month and a half, 2 months. And I've gone to like 3-4 pharmacies and everybody says they're out. Not a scientist. I know that pharmaceutical companies are just printing money though, and it seems like you can't be out of stuff if you're just getting money all the time. So like just make more. Like it shouldn't be easier to buy Adderall from somebody on the street than it would be to just go get it at my pharmacy because my doctor prescribes it.
Yeah, I mean, so have you just been without, or are you going the alternate route?
I will not answer that question.
Attaboy. Feds
But
are
I do
listening.
make sure that every single pharmacist, I'm like, you know that I'm just gonna go get this from a drug dealer. I'm gonna buy it from a drug dealer. This is your fault. I'm buying it from a drug dealer because it is week 3 that you guys have not had
Hypothetically.
Adderall. Hypothetically, I would absolutely, yeah, definitely not really doing that at all. But Adderall fucking should not be that hard. It's like the most prescribed thing in the world, isn't it? Just make more.
At least in America, it's got to be.
Make more, dude. I don't know
It's
how
one of
hard
the
it is.
few
Like, just
things
go
you
out
can
there and fucking
prescribe to
mix salts
children.
together. Make this shit do the thing. I don't know. I don't fucking like it. It's stupid. But yeah, it
I should
shouldn't be
ask
that
my mom
difficult.
about that and be like, why is there an outage?
I don't know, but like everybody says, like it's been like this for years. I'm like, then they should. If you've had an outage of stuff and a shortage of something for 3 years, you should just learn we got to make more of this stuff. You're like the richest industry in the world. The richest industry in the world. Just print more fucking money and make more shit, dude.
I literally can't think of one good reason why they would have an outage.
There's not.
Unless they're doing it on purpose to let it be out for a while to then drive up costs when they do bring it back to market.
Probably exactly what they're gonna do.
Which is bullshit.
What do you guys have as your not cools?
I bit my lip today. Not like the actual lip, but like, you know, when you're taking a bite and then you get yourself like down in the gums. It wasn't a hard one, but like I haven't been able to stop fucking with it since. Didn't even hurt. I just did it and it was annoying. Like it hurt for a half second. But my main one was I went to my parents this weekend and I was driving back Monday. Fucking making great time. They're just in Johnson City on the other side of Austin. So I basically just shot 290 and then 71 all the way down. I'm going 80 the whole time. There's really not any traffic, making great. I hit I-10 at Columbus. I turn left and I get stuck. It's just 2 lanes from Columbus all the way to Sealy. And there's a house on an 18-wheeler. So it's kind of taken up 2 lanes, but if I was the next car, I would have been able to get it in front of it. The car directly in front of me that's pulling up to the side of it is an 18-wheeler that cannot pass. So all the way from Columbus to Sealy, I just had to watch traffic build up behind me to where I should be going 80 miles an hour. I'm just going 60 for an extended period. Still made great time. Would have made record time going from my parents back home.
Do either of you, this is unrelated, do either of you still have the Astros broadcast on right now?
I don't like that was just brought up.
No, because this lady talking looks like Ron White, and I wanted somebody else to see it too.
Oh, God. I was going to be like, if that game is still going on, that's not good.
But yeah, you know, Ron White has the long hair.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
She just, it's like a woman version of Ron White. Like she's the same size as him doing everything. It's an Orioles fan. I'm sure she's a great woman. She looks just like Ron White. I thought that was what that was. But yeah, dude, that fucking, how much of that, I'm sorry that I got derailed there. How much of that drive when you realize that this is happening, were you just driving going, ah! Like how much of that drive were you just screaming?
I really wasn't. I was just trying to remember where, like at what point the highway had got extended, and I was trying to figure out how far away from it I was. Like, trust me, as soon as it went to 3 lanes, I went buzzing around at 80 and then immediately got all the way back in the right lane because I knew dudes were going to be flying past me. And sure enough, I'm going 80 and this guy passing me, he must have been going 110 in the amount of time it took just to pass the 18-wheeler. Because that dude went flying fucking past me. And I was like, well, either he's got somewhere to be or that guy really has to take a shit right now.
Maybe both.
Could have been both.
I had that happen one time. They were moving a mobile home. And it was on a tollway. It was on the West Park tollway, and it's a 2-lane fucking tollway. I was like, how do you get on a tollway that's supposed to make it easier to drive with a fucking oversized load? You know you're gonna take up both lanes. You shouldn't be able to get on a tollway. I was really mad about it.
And I couldn't even be mad because it's I-10. Like, where the fuck else are they supposed to take this thing, you know?
Yeah. That fucking sucks. And that is one of those, exactly like you said, like, where else is I supposed to think this is the only thing this guy can do here, right?
Yeah.
This is
I was strangely
unfortunate,
zen
but
about
it's
it.
just
I was
the
annoyed,
worst
but-
timing.
Yeah, I was annoyed, but I was like, I was making great time as is. So from Houston all the way to Johnson City, 3 hours and 11 minutes. Oh, and that was with a stop at Jack in the Box too. So really, if I had not stopped at Jack in the Box, wouldn't have get stuck behind it. I would have made that ride in like 2:45, which is unheard of.
Ooh, what'd you get at Jack in the Box? I haven't been at Jack in the Box.
I
in
got a
forever.
sauce. It was breakfast because I was driving back in the morning. It was some sort of like sausage and Swiss sandwich on a biscuit or something. It was really good. It was really
Sounds
good.
It sounds
Yeah. I don't think I'd ever gotten Jack in the Box breakfast before.
I just get Jack in the Box tacos, I feel like. It's pretty much, and then curly fries. Jack in the Box has dope curly fries.
Oh, yeah. Or the bacon ultimate cheeseburger. So good.
All right, that's really good, not cool.
Yeah.
It's really good, not cool. Robert, what you got?
Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow I have a jury duty.
R.I.P., dude. Wait, did you call in? Have you already called the court? Because sometimes they're like, actually, no, you're in Harris County though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Actually, we bleep out where I said you live. We don't know where Robert lives.
Yeah, no
He's
one
at- it's
knows.
in
Yeah.
the,
Bleep out
I-
the county that's bigger than the state of
it's
Rhode
the
Island.
biggest county and maybe the state,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the country.
I like did like online pre-registration, whatever, but they don't ask for an email address, so I don't know if it's been dismissed or anything. So I've been checking the mail, like, oh, maybe I got a letter saying it's dismissed. Nothing of the sort. Still,
Are
seems
you
like it's still
close at
on.
all to not going? To just like saying, I didn't get that.
No, I am not.
Do you consider it daily?
He
though?
just said he already
what
checked
if?
it online.
Like, but you can check it. Yeah, I guess. Like, do you consider it daily? Like, what if I just didn't go? Have you thought about it at least every day?
I think more like, is it dismissed? Did a letter arrive that it's
Yeah.
dismissed?
I feel like not only is Robert going to get picked, but he's going to be the foreman.
No,
That
no,
would be
dude.
so
You
awesome.
got. You would say like one.
This guy's so
your-
level-headed.
Your easy out is just like literally like if you want to use the podcast, be like, I do a podcast and we talk about things we do in our daily lives. It would be hard not to talk about going to jury duty, and then also say you work for a conservative radio station.
That's
You do.
true. That's
KTRH
true.
is a conservative leaning radio
Mhm.
station. That's half the people are going to get rid of you. And you're going to be somebody's easy. Hey, nope. We know where he's leaning.
I've met Michael Berry.
It was
Michael
such
Berry's
a-
my best friend.
It's not even a close courthouse. Like, I'm sort of near downtown. Like, it could have been like 10 or so minutes away. It's like an annex, so I had to drive even further.
Oh, that means there's fewer. That means there's fewer cases, probably though. Because if you go to like the big courthouse downtown, it's like, oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
They're not canceling.
Hopefully, you don't
shit.
have to pay for parking at least, since it's at the
I
annex.
think you do, but sometimes they pay you. They pay you. I think you get paid whatever it is. But somebody that I knew, like, they were like, yeah, that's not even enough for the parking. Like you were losing money having to do that. But
Yeah, I think Sam went at in February and she got paid $30.
did she get picked?
She did not. I think it ended up. I don't know. Like it seemed like it was dismissed. Like they were there filling out paperwork. They watched a video and they're like, okay, everyone can go home now. Then
See, Sam seems
she
like
went home.
somebody that would absolutely get picked because Sam is sweet. She looks nice. She looks like she wouldn't be controversial at all. Like she looks like everybody would be satisfied with Sam sitting on a jury.
I could also see her always being excused because maybe one side might see the multicolor hair and be like,
I
I
didn't
want
think
them,
about
and the
that.
other side's like, that's our exemption right there. She does not seem like she's going to be sympathetic to my case.
Yeah.
Dye your hair.
I should do that.
Dye your hair.
Or just
Ooh,
get,
wear a
like,
Trump shirt. Wear a MAGA hat.
I'll wear
Dye
a
your hair
toupee.
blue and wear a Trump shirt. They
Toupee,
won't know
nobody's-
what the fuck
nobody's-
happened.
Nobody's picking a toupee guy.
They'll be, this guy's a wild card. You can't have a wild card on a jury.
And then also, have you seen the meme where the guy just notes apped and screenshotted it, and he's like, "You think he did it?" Question mark, and he airdrops it to everybody in the courtroom.
Just loudly talk about. Anyone else excited for the debate
No,
tonight?
just airdrop it so that everybody it pops up. They're like, "Who sent this?"
All good suggestions, Robert. Take your pick.
I would go the conservative
Yeah.
station route and the podcast.
And
Be
the
like,
podcast route.
I'm not even saying I'm going to talk about it. They know I had jury duty. It's very likely that they will harass me about jury duty.
Yeah.
And I can't lie to them because they're my best friends in the whole world. Right, Robert?
And my employers.
And sort of employers. Ashley actually is his employer this week.
I'll
month.
crack under pressure and just tell them everything.
Ashley Wilkins actually does. She is your boss this month. So if she gives you chores, you have to run them by me and Pat, but you might have to work for Ashley a little bit. Don't be weird, Ashley. Don't be weird.
Tell them that. Also, I just picked up a second job.
Yeah.
I'm an assistant. I'm a personal assistant now. I'm working 3 jobs, really. I don't have time. Okay, I'm going to talk about this to everybody.
Third job. That's right. Yeah, geez.
4th job, really, because he also works on the Rod Ryan show sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Crushed it. He actually was like, everybody was like, Robert should be here, not you. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I knew it was only a matter of time.
I don't remember what it was. I remember I was listening at one point.
The shout
They
out loud
asked-
game.
They asked Robert something, and he just goes, "Yeah." That's all I said to the mic, and I was like, "Yes, this is perfect."
Well, sometimes at Robert's studio, it's like you have to like he's talking to somebody on the phone, so then he has to like mute them and do a bunch of shit. So that happens. Like Chili sometimes doesn't even have his headphones on. He's like, what?
I
was
just
taking
knew. I
a
was like,
winner in a totally different conversation.
if you ask Robert a yes or no question, that's exactly what you're going to get back is a yes or no answer.
We got all positive feedback on Robert, so congratulations on that.
Of
but
course.
I can barely tell you. Obviously, you're gonna do a great job. But dude, I feel like we all had some pretty good not cools.
Mm-hmm.
And jury duty may really be the number one. My mom had jury duty yesterday. Or no,
She
she
get
has. Maybe she has. She did not get picked, but she was not stoked about it. And I said, just tell them your son has a podcast, and he will talk about his mom on jury duty. And like now, I could literally send this. Like, see, my son said it. I mean, my mom had jury duty. My mom's
Should be
absolutely gonna find everybody guilty.
Should be like, you're retired now. This is like, you have to do your civic duty. You have all of the time.
I get it's like somebody's life and stuff like that, and a lot of it's just like that there's like the person that like takes it seriously. Like, fuck this guy. Like, I don't know. I don't want to see the transcript again, dude.
She probably walked in
I don't
like-
want to see the transcript. Please don't send me the pictures. Like, just
I'm
what
a
do you
new
think? What
grandmother.
do you want to go with, dude?
I'm on call all the time now as grandma. I can't do this. All right, get out of here.
Yeah, you can't be mean to my mom. It's cool.
What's her grandma name, by the way?
Mim.
Mim. I like that.
Her name's Kim.
Yeah,
Like
I got
Mimi.
it.
Mim. It works.
That's a good one.
I wanted to go Kiki. That got beat out.
Yeah, because that's off the first name. You can't have grandma being called her first name.
Mim is literally one letter different than her first name.
Yeah, but it doesn't start with the first letter. That's the key.
It has every other letter.
Yeah, but it's the first letter. It's the K. Like I couldn't have just walked into my grandparents and be like, "What's up, Rita?" That's not.
Is your mom's name Kim? It's not like
It's Kimberly.
it's Kimberly. Okay.
Like, she's always gone by Kim.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like another like your name situation or just Alex.
Kimbo.
She should go as the Pink Ranger this year for Halloween.
That was my
With
first
L.
crush. Kimberly the Pink Ranger. What L we think we should make like? I think I might go elephant.
you-
She's L.
No, you have to dress her up as tiny little Eli Manning.
Well, she's gonna do that every year.
Did Eli ever have a goatee? Because if you could put a goatee on a little baby girl, that's hilarious.
No, but Chad Powers had the stash.
Just, everyone's like, "Oh, what a cute little boy!" It's a girl. It's dressed as a football player. What the fuck you?
Dude, it is crazy though, because obviously I don't want to talk about my kids all the time, but like everybody's I feel like so many people talk about like everybody just keeps saying like, oh, he's so cute and it's a girl. Like no one has ever been like, what's his name? Everybody has identified her gender, and I'm always like, well, please don't tell us her gender. We're gonna let her decide.
Well, I mean, also they I feel like every picture I've seen, she is covered in pink blankets.
That's
so
true.
it does.
that might
Yeah.
be true too.
But here we go, talking
All
about
right.
the baby again. We
Okay,
get
I'm
it.
done with that. I'm
Get it.
done
You
with
did
that.
IVF. You get it.
I don't like the
Do
baby. I want the attention.
I didn't do IVF.
You
Other
get it,
positive
you
side.
adopted.
Other positive side of babies is you just get like if your wife breastfeeds, you just see tits all the time. It's cool. I got home the other day and I was like, hey, tits. Look at that.
And now you have proof, so no one can just be like, shut up, virgin. You got proof now.
One-time sex haver, look. Huh?
Proof.
Huh?
Not a virgin. I'm a daddy.
I don't say that at all. All right. Pat, tell everybody about Little M Shop real fast while I go pee, and then we'll do the answer segment and get out of here.
Just imagine that you're out there and you're a brand new father and you want people to know on your keys. What are you going to do? Go to Little M Shop and get a little customized keychain that says daddy or mommy. I'm going to fucking run this daddy into the damn. I'm going to call him daddy forever. This is what it's going to be now. And he needs to get used to it because
should.
also, yeah. No, I fucking sidetracked myself for a little bit, but yeah, custom keychains. Get your air fresheners. Guess what? If you're also a new time dad, you're gonna have kids in the car. You know what kids do at unexpected times? They shit. You know what shit does? It stinks. Not if you have the air fresheners up. You got the little M air fresheners. Buy like 800 of them for a nickel. That's not the actual price. Don't hold me to that. You guys know I'm joking. Get all your air fresheners, your little keychains, little dude, or say you had a little girl. Fuck the patriarchy. You want her to grow up to be I don't want to. I was gonna say boss bitch. I don't want to say that about his daughter though. But like, you guys know what I'm talking about. You want to be
a boss babe.
Boss babe. That's what it is.
Boss babe plays.
Get your fuck the patriarchy keychains. Maybe not for a child because it says fuck in it.
You can say,
but you can have it.
Screw the patriarchy. So you can say that.
Get all of your gear so that everybody knows that you're a new parent and your entire life is about the baby and that's all you're going to talk about with your friends now.
No.
Wear it proudly. Hey, I'm talking right now. Don't interrupt, okay? Go to littlemshop.com. Get your compacts, air fresheners, keychains, little stickers. They got the little flower stickers. Hey, how are you going to decorate your little girl's room? Boom, little stickers all over the room. It's so cute. Little bow ties. You got a stroller, they got a sticker that says always late. Because, it's a kid. I didn't mean to be late. I got a baby. Had a little baby blowout. What do you want me to do? Get it all at littlemshop.com. Design her whole room, your whole life. Make it all about the baby now. Forget about your friends, your bald buddies, and just it's baby, baby, baby all the time.
It's not like that.
littlemshop.com.
littlemshop.com, promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order. And you spend $10 more, you get free shipping. But you don't forget to use our promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order at littlemshop.com. They're at Little EM Tweets on Twitter and at Little EM Shop on Instagram. If you get anything from them, let us know. Just tag us at Passageway Pod and then tag them on either social and let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. littlemshop.com, littleemshop.com, promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order at littlemshop.com, the official air freshener of Pass the Gravy and the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
If you'd like to submit anything for the Answers segment, any questions, any high thoughts, any business pitches you have at all, at Pass the Gravy Pod is where you find us. At Pass the Gravy Pod, use the hashtag PTG Answers, and that's how we will search for them. And make sure just do it through Twitter. Do it through Twitter. Don't make us go through the email. At Pass the Gravy Pod, hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we will sort through them. If you got power rankings for us, give us 5 similarly related things. We'll power rank the fuck out of them because we are the most elite at power ranking stuff. Let's start off with Brandon Davis, aka Texas Cat Daddy, at A Stream of Cream on Twitter. And Brandon says, what happens when a pig pulls a hamstring?
Put a lot of thought into this.
Okay.
Now, as long as the pig can keep moving around on only 3 legs, that last pig leg is basically going to become veal. You can sell that pig for a higher price. because it's going to be just sitting there being all fatty and delicious, but not being used. So that meat is going to become super tender. Can you imagine super tender ham that's already tender? No matter how bad you fuck up, it's still just delicious.
It's like what's is it veal? So
Yeah,
it's supposed to be like they don't
That's what
move.
I'm saying,
It's
it's
a
like
baby
veal.
cow because it hasn't moved.
yeah, but that's it. Now that leg's just not moving while the rest of the pig is growing and maturing. Bam, you got a veal leg.
Yeah, I just said that it probably hurts if a pig pulls a hamstring.
I was
That
gonna
would
I
be
mean,
say,
super
ima-
sad to see.
I would imagine. Yeah, it's probably easier to get bacon, definitely, because like
Well, it's
camera
easier
runs
to catch.
fast. Aren't
I
pigs
wanna
hard to
try
catch? Like
pigtail.
that's a thing though, isn't it? Like the pigs are super difficult to catch.
Yeah, they're fast animal. Like they're round and everything, but they're quick animals. If you're just trying to hand catch it, like that would have been a good training for Rocky.
That's probably why he didn't win all the time. But he's from
Sure.
Philadelphia, so he wouldn't have been smart enough to learn like the elite training ways. Things about Philadelphia is they don't win a lot. They don't win a lot of titles.
I don't know, that is sad though to think. Dude, like you just don't see animals with pulled hamstrings. You don't see them limping around.
Do you have less ham if you have a pulled hamstring?
You probably have more ham because it's easier to catch.
Is it like less good ham though?
No, it's probably
No, 'cause
better.
it's- yeah,
it's
'cause,
tender.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like is damaged ham worse ham though?
Microsoft went down 10 points.
Yeah, Big Daddy told me that. You just so you want to pull a pig's hamstring and it makes it a little bit cheaper.
I don't want to injure a pig. I just want to eat
I
the
don't
pig.
either.
Pigs are actually smart, cool animals. but
I
they're
don't want to
delicious, so
injure
I
the
eat them.
pig. I prefer someone else does that and then they ship it somewhere and then I buy it packaged. I don't want to like see all the gross stuff. I get it. It's probably bad. Like I know that PETA always tries to like be like, here, watch this like gore video, and then we're gonna tell you shouldn't eat meat. And I'm like, I don't want to do that because it's gonna make me feel gross when I eat my chicken nuggets later.
But
I'm
also,
gonna do it either way, but like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna feel bad about it, and I don't want to feel bad about it.
but for me, like I've seen those videos. All it does is you're like, yeah, this is fucked up. But now I'm thinking about ham, and I'm hungry, and I want to go eat some pig.
Some dude was I don't know. Like, he was asking me if I cared about a certain issue going on overseas, and he was like, "Well, have you heard what they're doing to these people?" I was like, "No, I haven't, but I feel like until I know about this, I can't donate money either way, so I gotta go." I was like, "I'm uneducated. I'm uneducated. I can't just give my money if I'm uneducated on something. Sorry, it's not happening in front of me. I'm sorry. Like that's the whole thing. Like with my pigs, I'll eat bacon. I'm not gonna butcher up a pig. I'll tell you that much. I'm not a hunter. I don't have a problem with people that go hunting. I'm a pussy. I can't shoot a deer. Deers look like dogs to me. I'm like, but it's so cute. I don't want to shoot it. It's just hanging out. I'll eat fucking deer meat. I'm down for venison. I just don't
Yeah,
want to be the person that process.
I've never been hunting, never shot it. Love when my friends do, because then guess who gets to eat jalapeno fucking deer sausage for like the next
Yeah.
month? Because they get so much back they can't eat it all. This guy.
I did go hog hunting one time. We didn't shoot anything, but like
You don't eat those anyway,
was-
though. You just kill them.
because they're a nuisance.
Yeah.
If
Those are
everybody,
hogs, though. We're talking about
if
pigs. Pigs are
it's
cool.
over,
Hogs
they're
suck.
overrun. If everybody in the state of Texas killed a hog today, there would still be too many hogs in the state of Texas. They would still be overdone or whatever, or overpopulated. There's that many.
Shout out our boy John Joffrey. I know he's done the helicopter hunting before.
Yeah, he's just a billionaire. You just pay like, here's a small fortune. Now let me shoot out of a machine gun in a helicopter, which is badass. Like,
It's so awesome. He's such a man. He's so much manlier than we are.
yeah. That's really why I shit on him, because he's more manly than I am. All right. Next up is Robert. Would you say happens with it? You think it's just easier to get bacon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with that.
And I'm always in favor of
Um,
more bacon.
That's true. That's true. Good question, Brandon. Our next one comes from another Brandon. We got Brandon Whitehead. And Brandon Whitehead says, do twins ever realize that one of them was unplanned?
So I wanted to ask one of our friends, but I couldn't find his Instagram. I wrote it there on the prep sheet. Why don't you shoot him a text real quick while we're bullshitting
He
about
doesn't
this and see if he
respond to
answers?
text messages.
Oh, God damn it. God damn it.
I get
Yeah,
text back in 2 weeks.
I only know one twin, so then I don't know. I don't think they think about that because nobody's probably ever had the balls to ask them that. But if you know
I
twins,
disagree.
ask them.
I disagree. I think they definitely think about it, specifically the first twin. Because if you don't think, like, if you guys have siblings, you have brothers. Like, the first thing you want to do is shit on your brother. Like, that's like, you just want to talk shit. So, like, if I'm the first sibling, I'm the first twin, I'm like, they didn't really want you. Mom and dad didn't really want you. I was the one they wanted. You were just a bonus, like, oh, fuck, I guess we got him too.
I would flip it though if I was like. That's the thing. If the first one is first out, but if the second one out is bigger, I'd be like, yeah, but I got all the nutrients in the womb. I was obviously the planned one.
Yeah, well,
You were
see, that's
just
how
the
you
extra
spin it.
one.
That's the sibling rivalry you get right there. But like the first twin definitely is like, they didn't want you, dude. They just want one.
That's the weird thing about like you always hear about siblings fighting. You never hear about twins fighting. Twins are always those ones that are like super close and they all hang out together all the time. And they're just alike, or at least identical twins anyway. You never hear about identical twins fighting. Because how can you fight with yourself?
Yeah.
At least as a kid, once you get into adulthood, you realize that you kind of hate yourself.
That's
but
why all
like as a kid,
twins,
you're like, I'm a kid. Being a kid's awesome.
That's why there's the theory that all twins kiss each other too at some point.
It's not
Just
a theory.
because
That's true.
It's like kissing yourself.
Yeah, twins definitely kiss.
Like if you have a twin that look like an identical twin specifically, that's crazy. Also, a fun thing I learned this past week. I have a cousin that's dating a triplet, but she has one of her sisters is identical to her. One of them is not. They're all triplets though. That's crazy. I didn't know you could have two identical out of three, but then one is just like, I'm not identical.
I didn't know that either. I think
That's
their parents are
wild.
lying and they adopted. The twins say to the other one all the time, "You're adopted."
That's a hell of a lie to spin for their whole life.
Like that's got to really suck because the identical ones team up on the other one.
Yeah, you're like I'm gonna obviously side with the guy that looks like me. That's honestly like just human nature. Human nature. We can look at it all the way we want. I'm not saying it's right, but like cavemen were like, "Who? You have hair on face. I have hair on face. We are friends. I work with you. This animal, I am not friend. It does not look like me." And that's how we learned how to hunt. And like then people were like, no, stay away from these people. And then like it got weird. It got weird and bad, but like that is just people tend to like you go to the stuff that that looks like.
It is human nature.
It is human nature. That's not me trying to take sides or just stand for one thing or another. It's just like if I go to a Giants game and if I go to a sports bar and there's guys wearing Giants jerseys and then there's guys wearing Eagles jerseys, I'm probably going to the Giants jerseys guys. Like, oh, what's up? You guys like the same stuff I like. Okay.
Write that in the header for the Twitter post. Robert explains why people keep to their own kind. Or Alex explains. Yeah. I don't know. I was looking at Robert.
What was the other one? And then why CeeLo Green tried to kill Alex.
Alex explains how CeeLo Green tried to kill him, and then why people stick to their own kind.
And
that's inflammatory.
And while only pussies are bad parents, that'll get all the engagement. That'll get the people watching. Twins is a crazy thing though. Like, I can't imagine twins. I knew somebody that was he wanted 2 kids and they had twins. And he's like, vasectomy, done. I'm not doing that again. But like, do you think anybody tries for twins? Like their plan is like, boy, I hope we get twins.
Yeah, through IVF. I mean, that's how Octomom did her thing. So I'm sure there's people that are like, we want to have twins. We'll plan it out that way. Rich people.
I thought you just have because you're getting so much put into you that like that just makes the likelihood of twins increase. I didn't know you could like.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could probably
do
shoot
twins.
for it. I mean, I think you probably. I don't really know, but if Octomom can be like, I want to have 8, and then she had specifically 8, I feel like they have to be like, I want 2 and go for 2. Like I said, it's got to be through IVF because then you're just you're taking the eggs out, mixing the sperm and then putting them back.
I think
so. There's not a way to try for it. There's a way to improve your chances. There's fertility drugs. If she's in a pool and you're doing her backwards, then like the sperm's got nowhere to go, so it's all gonna stay because it can't go in the water. Yeah, I can't go in water. So you got to Superman, but you can't pull out because when you Superman her, that's when you finish on her back. So you got to stay in her, doing it, I guess, doggy style, but in the water because then the sperm has nowhere to go. So then I guess you have all your sperm in her. So it's less likely that it's more likely to have a twin.
Okay.
So that's really the most scientific fact, but it also says in vitro fertilization can also increase the chances of conceiving twins. Because I think it's just like super sperm, go. Like, don't they just like stab it into an egg? I don't know how in vitro fertilization works. I'm an idiot. I've also learned that I think most dudes are idiots when it comes to babies because in the hospital, like I felt like I was 2 years old trying to be like, okay, that makes sense. But now explain it to me so I can understand it.
Guys,
Yes,
you gotta remember,
yes, I know
she's
two
the
of those
smart
words.
one. I'm the dad. Dumb it down on this side of the room.
Yeah, and like she had like an epidural in, and they're like, "Hey, like she's kind of out of commission. We need you to say, okay, yeah. What does that mean? What do I hold?"
Did you make the dad joke that every dad has to make, where you look at the doctor and go, "So, doc, how long?
No, I didn't.
How long till we're ready to go again?"
Did not.
Oh man, that's the first dad joke you get to make.
I believe it's 6 to 8 weeks if you read the baby books.
That's the first. So at 6 weeks, Alex, because how we feeling?
I read the baby books, so also baby books are a waste of time. Don't read the baby books. You still got to figure it out as you go, anyways.
I believe that you're gonna fuck up anyway, so don't even know the guidelines that you're supposed to hit. Then you feel
really
like you're fucking up less.
Just don't take anybody's advice. Don't take anybody's advice. It's like I said at the beginning. People just try and scare you, and they're like, "Oh, it's gonna suck. Oh, you get used to the sleep while you have it." Blah 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 blah. Just don't listen to anybody's advice.
Like,
if you trust somebody, you can ask them. Just do what you feel like you're doing.
She's awesome. Kid's gonna be awesome. When you read the baby books, it's like, oh, me and my partner kind of fucking suck. We should read these books so we can figure out how to have a cool kid.
Yep. Most people's parents are obviously idiots if they're not good at parenting. It's pretty easy.
Facts. Yeah.
The easiest thing in the world. The only thing easier than being a dad is being a mom.
Yeah. Moms get all
Really,
the fucking
really.
credit for everything. Dad just gets shit on all the time. They're stupid.
Yeah. Dad's always gotta be the bad guy.
You're both raising the parent, but you get called an idiot. That's not fair.
I do think that one of the twins has to realize that they were on plan. Like, that you can't intentionally just go for twins. And I do think that if you're the first twin, you still try and make fun of the other one because you were the one that was first. So you're like, yeah, you were in plan. Like, that definitely comes up. It's a good question, Brandon. I really like that one. I like the first two questions. We're off to a great start, and now we're going into a great power ranking too. I was like, my mouth wasn't watering, but I was just like, oh fuck yeah! I got all excited when I saw the power rankings today, and I picked this one. Josh Treecoddle, our boy at Joshua Tree 713 on Twitter, he says power rank these childhood sports movies. Fucking awesome power ranking category, Josh Tree. Very excited about this one. So 5 childhood sports movies. Will point out good move that he left at the Sandlot.
Well, this
Sandlot
way,
would have been 1. Sandlot would have been 1 on everything, and it would have been fighting words if somebody hadn't ranked it 1.
but also this way he did it
movie,
so that there's hockey, football, baseball, basketball, soccer.
I didn't even think
you got 1 from each one. I just noticed it right now.
That also works. I am biased, so I will give you my bias rankings. The Little Giants is the reason I am a Giants fan. I think it's a very important movie for young children. I think that it teaches that the Dallas Cowboys are the devil and that we hate the Dallas Cowboys. That's what it instilled into me as a young child after my dad told me that we don't like the Dallas Cowboys. I was like, good, fuck them. This team beats them. That is my team now. I will die for them. I will die for them. And then one day I will name my daughter sort of after their quarterback. So shout out to Icebox. Shout out to the Little Giants. I'm going to go to Little Giants number 1, even though I think realistically it would probably be number 4, at least on most people's rankings. But I'm going to put it at number 1 because it's meant so much to my life. Because there was one time where you were like, what is a movie that's changed? That's like, I think you brought it up one time. Like, what movie do you think has made the biggest impact on your life? And I couldn't come up with one. I was like, no, it's the fucking Little Giants. Like, my entire personality is a football team. And it's all because of that movie. I didn't have a team. I was in Memphis, Tennessee. I just knew we fucking hated the Cowboys. Who beats the Cowboys? Them. That's my team. Done. If I wasn't already a Red Wings fan before I had seen the Mighty Ducks, which is my number 2, that would have been my team as well. Mighty Ducks would have probably been my team. And I've always had a soft spot for the Mighty Ducks because you're just like, Charlie Conway, dude. Like, they're the mighty fucking Ducks, dude. And I saw they went back to the old school Ducks logo, which is pretty sick. They're switching back this year. But the Mighty Ducks, all-time movie. And then you didn't just have that. You had D2, the Mighty Ducks, and D3, The Mighty Ducks.
Actually-
I get D3 wasn't as good as the first two, but like the rewatchability, it's kind of corny. The hockey stuff is kind of obviously kids were doing it, but like Mighty Ducks is a great franchise.
Actually, if you had gotten your team from the Mighty Ducks, you probably would have been a Stars fan. Because when that movie was made,
ever done that.
hold on.
Ever.
When
Never.
that movie was made, the Mighty Ducks weren't a thing, and they were the Minnesota North Stars back then. So you would have
Yeah.
been a Stars fan growing up, and then they moved to Dallas. You probably would have kept your fandom.
Mike Madonna was in the North Stars, and he's like, "Oh, you guys are here. Y'all are playing for the Ducks. Well, you guys are pretty good." Fuck, all right. Mike Madonna, who ended his career with the Detroit Red Wings. Fun fact. Fuck Dallas. I would have never picked Dallas. Ever.
So you got Giants 1.
Giants 1, Mighty Ducks 2. Number 3, I will go Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year is also an elite movie, an absolutely elite movie, and I think it's right up there with Sandlot. Like Rookie of the Year, the kid fucking breaks his arm, figures out how to like realizes, oh, I can be a major league pitcher. Awesome, and it made every little kid that broke anything think that I might be pro. I broke my arm falling off the monkey bars, and if you don't think I was slinging a baseball thinking it was going to go like 200 miles an hour, you're crazy. My dad would always be like, don't, you're not supposed to use that arm right now. You're not supposed to use that arm. I was like, not now, Dad. Not now. I want to be Henry Rowan Garden. So Rookie of the Year 3, 4, Space Jam. Great movie. I love Space Jam, but like there's so many other good movies right there. I don't know. It's fucking awesome. And then 5, Big Green. Underrated movie, but it's 5 out of these. It's 5 out of these. And then Space Jam, I think, even though it's the Michael Jordan Space Jam, LeBron soured me enough on his version of it, even though I haven't seen it, but I just fuck LeBron James. So like I think it hurts MJ because LeBron tarnished his legacy. So Little Giants 1, Mighty Ducks 2, Rookie of the Year 3, Space Jam 4, and Big Green 5. Also, there's a bullshit goal in the Big Green that I've never it's never gone past me, where I think the Black Knights is the bad guys, and this kid does like a barrel roll and then picks the ball up and throws it in the net in one of the opening scenes when they're just shit pumping the Big Green. And it's like, that's an absolute handball. You threw it in the net. That doesn't fucking count. In no world, not little kid soccer, not fun, fair, positive soccer where they don't keep scores. No world ever would that goal have stood. I know they didn't have VAR, would not have stood. So Big Green, that's going to punish you on that one, but still underrated. What do you guys got?
I'll go next. Since you went 1 to 5, I'll go your usual 5 to 1.
Okay.
This was almost as high as number 2 for me, but I did also go Big Green number 5. The more I thought of it, I love that movie, but as I thought about it, as many times as I watched it as a kid, I don't really remember a whole lot of that movie when I was thinking about
that
this.
bullshit goal that ruined the rest of it for me, honestly.
I remember Porter was the goalie from the Sandlot, and then the hot teacher came in and helped him play. But other than that, I don't really remember. I do remember that I love the movie, and every time I'm scrolling through and I see it on a service, I almost watch it, and I need to get back on that soon. This is where it gets controversial. I'm gonna put Mighty Ducks at 4. Great movie. All of these are great movies, though. But people forget that D2 was better than the original Mighty Ducks movie. It's better movie.
Team USA.
Yeah. Yeah, and
which was also weird
because
they're all the
Mighty
same
Ducks,
Team USA.
But you got to remember how much you hate some of the kids in that movie. Like the little leather jacket kid, he sucked. He sucked in that movie. Last time I watched it, I was like, this kid's a douchebag. I don't like this.
Of the Bash Bros?
No. In the first movie, the short kid. He's the short kid on the team, but he's allowed now.
He's like
he wears
sassy.
Yeah. That kid's a pain in the ass. I don't really like him. So that's 4.
Well, then we got Julie the Cat after that, though, and I think Julie the Cat more than made up for it.
Yeah, they got rid of the shitty kids.
I got high the other a couple of months ago, and for some reason, what's the guy that was Goldberg that went through all that? He's gone through some shit in his life since then. But I followed him.
I don't remember his name.
And then everybody that was like a child actor in Mighty Ducks was like you also might want to follow them. And I was like, fuck yeah, I will. Fuck yeah, I will. Fuck yeah, I will. Fuck yeah, I will. And they're all kind of like doing random acting stuff, but it's like, oh, good to see them. They got gray hair now. That's cool. But just like me.
We're all old.
All right, so Mighty Ducks 4.
Mighty Ducks 4. Rookie of the Year 3. I know.
Okay.
I have a very strange ranking in all these. Absolutely great movie. Love it. Rosenbagger. And him looks like he's swatting at a fucking mosquito. But he's like, no, that's the signal. You're going in.
You got to heat up the ice cubes.
And we had Gary Busey in that movie. It's fucking perfect. I love that
Chet
movie.
Stedman, you mean?
Chet Stedman, yeah. Two Little Giants. I absolutely love Little Giants. It's
That
the
makes me
ice box.
That makes me so happy.
Spike, don't
You made
play
my
with
day, buddy.
girls. Spike, don't play with girls. Ed O'Neill's in it. Fucking
Wow,
all
the
of it. It
Cowboys
shows-
not being very open-minded, huh? Who would have thought?
Oh, look, the Cowboys making it all the way and then just blowing it late in the season. Oh, who could have fucking
Huh.
seen that coming? And just Space Jam's number one for me. I fucking love Space Jam.
Yeah, I can't argue with Space Jam.
Bill
Yeah.
fucking Murray. Jordan's acting was not good, but it was great as you know when we were a kid. We don't know the difference. You got Bugs Bunny. You got
He
all of them.
dunked from the fucking 3-point line, dude.
Fucked up.
He can make up for all the shitty acting when you can dunk from the 3-point line.
And I believe I can fly. Come on, that movie was iconic.
Yeah, it was. This is a hard
I
ranking.
understand. Yeah, I know it's a very hard ranking, but yeah, that's my. So I went Big Green 5, Mighty Ducks 4, Rookie of the Year 3, Little Giants 2, Space Jam 1.
Oh, I thought Little Giants had no chance at being that high. That makes me so.
Oh
happy.
no, dude, football. The
Yeah.
annexation of Puerto Rico.
Fucking greatest play ever, man.
Greatest play ever made. Robert, have you seen
How many of these have you seen?
Any of these movies?
Well, I think you guys will actually be surprised to know that I have seen 0 of these movies.
I knew it.
Dude, you have to watch Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year would still hold up. You and Sam need to watch that this week. You like baseball. It's a fucking great baseball. Even if it's a kid's movie, it's still like I'll watch it with you guys. We can FaceTime. I'll have Elle and I'll show it to Elle, and then Elle needs to start watching all the good movies.
If you're gonna watch any of them, you should watch Rookie of the Year. It's
Rookie of the Year
good
would be the
movie.
one that Robert would like the most.
Have you seen The
But-
Sandlot?
I have not.
Oh my god. Okay, give us your bullshit rankings then,
right.
Robert.
Yeah,
All right,
give us your
so
blind
the
rankings.
definitive rankings. Obviously, save the best for last. I'm gonna base them all off of vibes, as you say. I'm gonna go number 1, Space Jam, because you're jamming in space. Like, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
vibes. That's vibes.
Thought
Alright.
logic.
Number 2, I'm going Rookie of the Year, because that's like a pretty cool award. If your team has
And
Rookie
we
of the
just told you that you would like it.
Prestigious title.
Yeah, people. If your team had the Rookie of the Year, they're like, okay, something good's going on here. A future piece. Number 3, I'm gonna go the Little Giants
Let's
because
go.
it seems like one of those like, would you rather face?
Hitler or be on the Allied forces? Yeah, it's pretty much what it is.
Seems like one of those like 100 cockroach-sized bears or 1 bear-sized cockroach. That's what it seems like the Little Giants to me. And then I'll go.
I like that.
Number 4, the Mighty Ducks. Yeah, it's like, okay, the Mighty Ducks. It kind of reminds me like of the Squirtle you have back there behind you, like with the sax. That was a sax, right?
Sax Wordle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up for meme of the year.
Kind of cool like that. And then number 5, I go the Big Green, because to me that sounds like a golf movie
Or weed.
or weed. And so those
Big
are my
Green does
rankings.
sound. I didn't think about golf green. That makes
Mhm.
way more sense. Yeah, good call. So you're gonna go Space Jam,
Rookie of
Rookie
the
of the
Year,
Year,
Little Giants,
Little Giants.
Mighty Ducks, and then the Big Green.
Yeah, those are not the worst ratings.
Definitive.
Also,
Really?
the, last
The
3,
fact
he
that
went,
Big Green-
giant, mighty, big. That's probably how I would rank those in vibes too.
The fact that the Big Green was 5th, I think, was fitting. Not that the Big Green's a bad movie, but out of these 5, I think that it was
It's also
decisively
soccer.
the 5th. It's big, most popular sport in the world. That we are better than England at right now.
Yeah,
Currently.
but I mean, who cares about the world? It's all about America.
But it also warms my heart that both of you guys had Little Giants in your top 3. I did not expect it to be in the top 3 of anybody's.
Little Giants
Just
was
'cause
a
it's-
fucking.
But it's like the
phenomenal
lesser known of that. I would say
movie.
that the
Don't be
Big Green's
talking
probably a
about my
bigger known.
mama.
I own it, so I haven't watched it in a while. I need to go back
Spike
and
carrying
rewatch
the
it.
fridge on his back, his dad rubbing fucking milk into his thighs at night, or whatever the fuck it was.
I hated
Yeah,
Spike. I hated
Yeah,
Spike.
Spike was a
dude.
dick, but he was also great in Brink. That little kid knew how to play bad
He
guy.
was. He was. Fuck. wonder what they're up to. I'll go find all the Little Giants actors now and see what they're doing. But great power rankings, Josh Tree. Great power rankings. That was a really fun one. I was excited as fuck when I saw this one, dude. Keep those coming. All right. Our next question comes from Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston on Twitter. And so she sends us a picture to go with hers. But her question is, do tiny Ouija boards summon tiny demons or lesser demons? The picture she attached is a baby Ouija board. It's just a small little Ouija board. World's smallest Ouija board is what it's called. And it looks like, do you remember like the little Monopoly keychain games that you could buy? It was like a fake Monopoly board, but it was like that big and it would fold up. Like that's what it looks like, but a Ouija board. That's probably kind of what it is. She says, does it make tiny demons or just lesser demons? I think it makes the tiny demons because that's where the devil on your shoulder comes from.
Dude, that's what they want you to think, that it's a safer one. No, dude, you're still fucking with demons. They put it in a small package so you think it's, you know, it's not as scary, it's not as frightening, it's not as dangerous. No. You're still gonna conjure full on Satan.
Oh, you need like a full size demon still.
Oh yeah, dude, you're still getting demons. You're communicating with the.
I didn't know that was an
afterworld, dude.
option. I didn't know that was an option. I thought it was like.
Oh, you thought it was an either or.
Are they lesser demons or are these tiny demons? Because to me, it's like that's where the tiny little devil with the angel comes out. It's like, do it. You should burn it down. Go on, do it. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Like that absolutely is a demon that comes out of a tiny Ouija board.
It's
And
still,
sometimes
dude,
people
the
just
demons
don't put
still
them back.
demons. Size doesn't matter with the demon. It's a demon, dude.
No, I'm not saying it does, but it's just like I think it's a tiny demon. It can still be an asshole, full strength, but just tiny.
They're still just demons.
It's
now,
not
if
the
it's
size
an
of the
either
demon, it's how
or,
demonic they are.
it's definitely not lesser demons that you're dealing with because it's a small board. No, you're still getting full power demons. It's evil magic that you're working with.
It's absolutely evil magic. And I mean, I know that like it's like kids can buy them and stuff like that, but like it is very similar to the game of Jumanji for me with a Ouija board. Like I'm not fucking with a Ouija board ever under any
Don't fuck with it.
circumstances. Why? Why would you? Like what is the benefit of like, oh, maybe we talked to somebody dead, or maybe a demon gets unleashed and then you're fucked for the rest of your life. Like, no thanks. We saw Robin Williams. He got sucked into Jumanji for like 30 years, dude. I know that they made a game based in the movie, but like I remember a friend fucking had that. I was at a sleepover. It was like around the time Jumanji came out. He's like, dude, I got Jumanji. I was like, nope. I'll go home. I'm not playing that game. No. I don't want elephants and monkeys and shit running through this house. No, thank you.
I guarantee you.
Kill me if a monkey kidnaps me.
I guarantee there's a direct correlation between kids that played with Ouija boards as children and adults that believe in astrology.
Ooh, probably.
You're just fucking with shit you shouldn't be fucking with, and then you believe in dumb shit as an adult. You're always looking for the supernatural that isn't there.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good correlation. I think that I'm going to start. Like, let's research that. Let's look into that because there's definitely got to be something to it. Good observation. Fuck. But
all you astrology girls out there, you played with a Ouija board growing up, didn't you?
You definitely played with a Ouija board.
Sleepovers.
Next time somebody does it, just look at that person and just know, absolutely, you're a Ouijian.
Ouijian.
You're a Ouijian. Robert, you think it's tiny or lesser demons?
I think I was with Pat where like is it normal demons or lesser demons? Not picking between smaller or lesser demons.
But a small demon can still be mean.
Mm-hmm.
And evil.
I don't know. I'm about this one. I think a demon's a demon, but if I go to tiny or lesser demons, then it seems like it'd be a tiny demon.
Mm-hmm.
Was baby Hitler
still full
versus
power,
regular Hitler?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Baby Hitler, probably not a chill child. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I bet he was the
Probably
worst.
a little dickhead.
He just painted more.
Mommy, I want that time now.
Had less of a mustache. Robert, would you kill baby Hitler if you go back in time?
Absolutely.
Good answer.
That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
Who was
the right
it?
answer.
What was the? He was a Republican dude, but he was talking about like his anti-abortion stance, and then it was some troll fucking reporter was like, he was like, "Do you believe like abortion?" I'm against abortion. He's like, "Would you abort baby Hitler?" And it was just like, "Oh, gotcha there."
No,
Gotcha
you don't
there.
abort them. You just kill it when it's a baby. That's acceptable.
You would not have aborted baby Hitler.
I mean,
I think
would've.
I
I'm
would
just
have.
saying.
I think it's a woman's body and it's her choice, but I would have said I'm okay with aborting baby Hitler.
I got to be honest with you. In the early 1900s Germany, I don't think it was the woman's choice anyway.
Yeah, not a lot of choice in Germany going on around then.
Or just for women in general at that time in the world.
True.
That's more what I was getting at.
True. Good question, Danielle. Good question. I'm still going Tiny Demon because I think that'd be funny.
Tiny Demon can still fuck you up.
Yeah, no, I agree. I absolutely agree. All right. Last question is from Todd Voss. He's at as_scene_by_TV on Twitter. And Todd says, would a trade show or convention be the adult equivalent of a field trip?
Because it's got to be for work. It's something for work.
It's something for
like
work.
School is work as a child. So that's how it's got to be some sort of, it's got to be a work trip is the adult equivalent of a field trip.
Yeah.
So and a trade show or
that's
convention, that's a work trip. Yeah, I think you fucking nailed that one, Todd.
Yeah, I was thinking differently. Yeah, no, but I agree. You won me over on your logic on that because I was thinking it would be like
beach
the
day
TV
or something
at the like purse store. It's like where all the dudes are standing. It's like that's kind of a field trip because you have to go do something. Like, I didn't want to go to school, but at least we got to go to the museum. You know, it's like I didn't want to go to going to the mall would be a field trip where it's like, look, we gotta go do the shopping, but I can go to the food court and get some free PF Chang's at some point.
But you're choosing to do that on your own time. That's why I think it's got to be a work trip.
Yeah, that's true. Work trips. That's perfect. Good job, Todd. Robert, you agree on that?
Yeah.
Like Robert got to go on a cruise for a work trip. That's absolutely a field trip.
That was
like for you guys,
definitely a field trip.
It would be like an on location broadcast that you would do. That's what it would be for you.
Yeah.
Like if you guys recorded the show,
when we do the spooktaculars. The spooktaculars are always field trips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for us,
the best field trips. What was the last field trip you remember doing in high school?
I don't think I had any field trips in high school.
I went to the Museum of Natural Science.
Maybe we did. Dude, that was fucking like 15, 20 years ago now. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember childhood field trips of going to like the Museum of Natural Science or like that little farm where like we at the end of it, we all got to like play in the haystacks and had like a rope swing and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I wish I knew where that was now because I would totally go back as an adult.
When I lived in Atlanta, we did a field trip to the Renaissance Festival there.
That's cool.
That was cool. But it was like a 3-hour bus ride, so it kind of sucked. You had to go before school started. So you could still get back by the time school ended, so you could ride the bus home. And it was like, this is a pain in the ass. I don't want to go early. Like, yeah, I don't want to learn, but at what cost? My time is very valuable.
Sleep in.
Should I just not go and then just hang out all day? I might do that.
Oh no, I missed the bus. Now I got to just hang out in the classroom and take a nap. Ooh.
All right, that's a good question, Todd. Good question all around. Good questions all around by everybody. At Passive Pod, use the hashtag PTG Answers if you want to reach out to us and give us your answers, questions, or just give us some awesome power rankings to do as well. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then if you're listening at this point, go comment your favorite childhood sports movie. If it was not one of the ones in the power rankings, you don't have to use that one. But if it was one of the ones in the power rankings, pick your favorite of those. Or just give us your favorite childhood sports movie. Comment that right now on the YouTube version. If you're listening, go to the YouTube version right now. Like Alex told me to comment. Here's my answer. We want to get those numbies up. Like the YouTube videos, share us with friends. Make sure you subscribe to both the audio and the YouTube versions. We would really appreciate that. You guys are the fucking best. Thank you for all the feedback on the dad podcast from last week. Again, my dad's fucking awesome, and that he was really nervous to do that podcast, and you guys give really good feedback, and I really appreciated everybody that took the time to listen. I know it was a little differently formatted, but my dad had fun doing it. He was nervous going into it, and yet last week he was like, "Are people liking it? Do people still like it? Like how did people like it? Did they think it was okay?" I was like, "Yeah, they loved it." Like people said they were tearing up when you were talking about your dad, and I was not trying to make anybody tear up. It's cool to have my dad on that, and it was a cool moment to get to have him on the podcast. But love you, Dad, and shout out to all you guys and gals that listened and tuned into last week's episode as well. Keep tuning into all the ones in the future, because I don't plan on having a baby anytime soon. Again, so we'll be just regularly scheduled broadcasts from here on out, at least. But I love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Let's pick some random celebrities. Who you guys got?
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. Okay.
MJ.
Michael Jordan or Michael Jackson?
Michael Jordan.
There you go.
Though I reserve the right to get Michael Jackson if it pops up.
I'll give you both.
If Michael Jackson hits, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
I'm really so pissed. Yeah, we'll obviously put an asterisk next to it on the list.
Who are you taking?
I'm gonna do Andy Cohen. I saw him on something the other day, and he's just a funny dude. Funny dude. He seems like a cool dude to chill with. Andy Cohen. All right, we're starting off. Nora Ephron is the thing that was initially on. So let's see. 3, 2, 1. Jim Cramer, money guy. Sweaty money guy. All right, we're doing another one. Jim Parsons. I said Jim Parsons on the last one we did. It's crossed out. I did my pride. I have a pride list because it's Pride Month, so I was only picking people in the LGBTQ community. Jim Parsons was literally the last one we did before the dad episode. Fuck.
Shame.
Fuck. All right, last one.
Another Jim.
Andy Cohen. Joanna Cassie. We don't know her. That doesn't count. Justin Bieber. Okay, fuck. All right.
You have like a J filter on? All of them were J names.
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, okay.
Rip Torn. Okay, this is really last one. God damn it. Vincent Price. He's from the actor of House of Wax. He was born in 1911. All right, we weren't even close, but I think that the Jim Parsons one, I think we should look back at that and be like, Alex almost got it. That's the closest I've ever been. Have a great rest of your week, guys. We love you guys. Until we talk to you next week, pass the gravy, you bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, Now we go ahead and